sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Look, I heard we got problem, nigga, what up? I ain't the toughest nigga in this bitch, but I nut up. We can do it from the shoulders, nigga, run up. I ain't ducking, I ain't dodging, we ain't squashing, nigga, pull up. Bone talking out his neck like he done fucked around and hawked the loogie. Talking stupid like he got the coast to launch a nuke. I ain't gon' lie, I'm 5'9", this nigga 6'2", and built like Ric Flair. They call a nigga Big Woo. I'm old school, we can square up if they try you. Win to get your pride took, swing and get your eyes shut. And I'm a man, I stand on every L that I took. But Pro Tools can nod a nigga head with the right hook. We get to scrapping and I'm swinging like a kitchen cabinet. Hit him with the bob and weave to even out the disadvantage. He swung I ducking through an uppercut but didn't land it. Shit was scantless, would've knocked him to a different planet. But I'ma line a nigga up soon as I get the chance. With a 3-piece of biscuit and a Popeye's chicken sandwich. You got one time to stagger, you through. Put that gun down, get knocked out like your daddy used to, nigga. I heard we got problem, nigga, what up? I ain't the toughest nigga in this bitch, but I nut up. We can do it from the shoulders, nigga, run up. I ain't ducking, I ain't dodging, we ain't squashing, nigga, pull on.
Yeah. That's how it's supposed to go.
They wonder where, they wonder how, nigga.
Up the plate.
That's right. They wonder where, they wonder how, nigga.
And that's how it's supposed to go.
Don't even ask.
Asking me for, man. I don't know, man.
Don't even ask.
That's how it's supposed to go. Yeah.
All right.
Got too many felonies for a job, so I ended up broke. Where you was at when I needed 160 for a ball of coke? My mama and my grandma had to hustle every day, no joke. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington Coat Factory for coats. If you wasn't a fam or your parents wasn't broke, then you probably wouldn't know. Where you was at? You wasn't there, and that's how it's supposed to go. Where you was at? You wasn't there, and that's how it's supposed to go. Where you was at? You wasn't there, and that's how it's supposed to go. Got your life, I got mine, homie, that's how it's supposed to go. My auntie died from an OD off dope. But it wasn't from the shit I sold her a long time ago. But I'm really supposed to know. Take a minute just to think about it. I'll take a minute for his boat. Couldn't take a minute cause the ending of the song coming too close. Too much rain dropped on me, I'm soaked. I know how to swim and I got floats. Pussy was so good, I ain't want dope. She lonely, so I gave her dick slow. Bolow cash, nigga, get mo. Don't contribute, then you gotta go. A-track, I bust off on it, no cap. You gotta pay me like a hoe. Flamers like my nigga Meek Flow. Grown and sexy like a peacoat. Survive my 30s, I don't need hope. Big girls in my bed till they get soaked. Roll your boat. Everything I've been through in life in these notes. Maya Angelou quotes. EBT stamped, it was hard to get a load. Told my son don't boast. Thank God that we even made it here, whoa. Catch the sister fed us both. Thank God that we even made it here, whoa. Catch the sisters fed us both. Got too many felonies for a job, so I ended up broke. Where you was at when I needed 160 for a ball of coke? My mama and my grandma had to hustle every day, no joke. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington Coat Factory for coats. If you wasn't a fam or your parents wasn't broke, then you probably wouldn't know. Where you was at? You wasn't there, and that's how it's supposed to go. Where you was at? You wasn't there, and that's how it's supposed to go. Where you was at? You wasn't there, and that's how it's supposed to go.
What state are you in right now? You know, you move around so damn much.
Push away my people seem to be my specialty these days. I wear a hat that say fuck off cause I believe in wearing my pain. Can't lie to say that I don't mean no harm, all I really see is flames. Bridges burned to a city that was mine, finna move out of state. Highway to hell, long drive without a whip, guess I ain't going nowhere. And they always tell me life a trip, now it makes sense how I felt. Too much of everything. You put a ceiling on top of your dreams, now out here to crack it and settling. Get up for work in the morning, it's time to go dead end down. You tryna leave, but I wouldn't bank on their fair winds, yeah. Like said he fucking me, man, got me running from missionary, damn. Nigga, I'm dead ass, you can read my obituary, damn. Way too pussy, they call it quit, so I just keep putting them miles on it. Calling for help from all of my people, but all of them niggas be dog-toning. Even the girl of my dreams rather go to sleep without me. California king, you know how it be. Gotta make the read, cut me off clean, need some time to grieve. Damn, mama, I'm a foul nigga. What a disgrace of your teachers, I should've spent time with you, yeah. I saw that look in your eyes when I told you my next move. It was a out of my mind kind of feel, more like a restroom. I got shit alone. A boy asked me how it feels, should've kept it real. He looking like I did it wrong. Love him in the cold, jumping on the road, got me wishing I can go back. Remember we was sticked up, riding through the slums, stuck like it's full flash. And one day I looked up and you came stepping on me like a doormat. I probably deserve it. It was just me on this journey, fooling myself like I'm worthy. But who the fuck am I really? No, for real. But who the fuck am I really? No, real.
Everything is cool.
Couldn't get it right, even when I tried to scrap the pain through my pride. Man. I wonder who actually loved me, I hear them all, but I swear the actions was louder. For real. I really be moving just like this world is ours. Then I found out that pussy all ours. For real. And that shit was crazy, but living without you, that's what made me. Sheesh, you really ran through a couple. It hurts when you find out there's levels to I love you. The older I get, it get harder to trust. In case say look for loyalty, start looking for love. For real. How can I explain? They don't even want the blunt. I'm like a bitch or two away from not giving a fuck, or just giving a fuck. Fuck, that's not what I want. I'll spoil your baby cakes with baby and just keep running it up. Damn.
Every time I fall, now you gon' take advantage. Know it's my fault, I'm a heartless romantic. Learn all my flaws, you the damage. Scars on my chest, you can see she left me heartless. She get turned on when we argue. It's all her fault that I'm heartless. Everywhere I go, I'm a target. It's all her fault, I'm a heartless romantic.
Yo. Check the clock, you know that this for 20 on the dot. Get some pot, smoke it with oil up on the top. Get a drop, got moon rocks, and you know that the rig is hot. Let's go hit up the shop, we'll smoke as we check the clock. You know that this for 20 on the dot. Get some pot, smoke it with oil up on the top. Get a drop, got moon rocks, and you know that the rig is hot. Let's go hit up the shop, we'll smoke as we got the clock. Shit, smoke a blunt quick, hit a dab or two. Bongs packed, took a long nap, yeah, the dabba do. Fuck up the rotation, and basically I'm stabbing you. Don't get too complacent, you won't be safe if I'm after you. Puff, puff, pass, but I know we love some hash. Almost like a bad bitch with a humongous ass.
Okay.
Got those edibles, they're plentiful, just run me cash. Flows gas, and my raps can combust a match. Bitches fuego, and the boy is from San Diego. Y'all don't want no halos, you better run off and lay low. I'm toxic, it's not December, but I will slay hoes. Stop it, I'm out the rocker when I go 8 mode, it's nonsense. You cannot stop me, homie, it's case closed, I'm popping. Fucking retired, bitch, you can stay home. Check the clock, you know that this for 20 on the dot. Get some pot, smoke it with oil up on the top. Get a drop, got moon rocks, and you know that the rig is hot. Let's go hit up the shop, we'll smoke as we check the clock. You know that this for 20 on the dot. Get some pot, smoke it with oil up on the top. Get a drop, got moon rocks, and you know that the rig is hot. Let's go hit up the shop, we'll smoke as we leave the
We are almost there. If you guys are just now tapped in, pretty much we're a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe. You send your music to my email, and we will throw it in rotation, react, and review it live.
So, hey yo, I went to sleep in real life and woke up in Silent Hill, walking around the city hearing dying babies crying still. And I would like to try to chill, but every 5 minutes some alarm comes on in a world of darker image. This place was just foggy or smoky, and now it's really dark and I'm more scared of what I don't see. Right about now, I could probably use a Loki to do some freaking magic before this pyramid head guy pokes me. There's something shiny in the corner I should go see. It seems to be some kind of coin or an old key, but where the hell does it lead? I hope it ain't the library because he doesn't read.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
That's right, motherfucker.
Autobots, share the stream.
Like I'm a mad gorilla. I am sicker than a salmonella filled sandwich dinner, homie. I will kill a beat a man. I'm iller than a caterpillar, chilling, having cigarettes with itis in the Wonderland umbrella. Then a kid within a.
All right, if you are here for the first time, pretty much welcome. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to That Dorky Review Show. I'm your host, Nonsense, aka Dork Genius, aka Chris Nonsense, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your dork for hire, aka El Dorky Corbon, aka Dorquizo Quince, aka like we have way too many AKAs and stuff like that. But we are a live music reaction and review show for indie artists and producers around the globe, as we have been. send it to my email. That's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. Or if you head to my website, you will be able to send via the form on the That Dorky Review Show page or whatnot, if you do have a link or something like that there. For everything else, just make sure that you have the file or whatnot, and submit. Make sure that you put your artist name and song title in the subject line and description, in case you pop up under a different name via your email than you are in the chat, and vice versa. We want to know who we are playing when we're rolling through songs and stuff like that. It's completely free for you guys to submit to our show, at least from now to Thursday, right? And for those who are unaware, on Friday, what we're going to start doing on Friday and on, pretty much, we gotta start charging for the submissions. It's only gonna be $5 or whatnot, so it's nothing that's gonna break your bank, but it will make sure that you will get guaranteed played in that line. You can still upgrade to the skips if you want. You just have to pay the difference or whatever it is. So for example, skipping the line is usually $10. If it's $5 to submit, then you just send $5 more if you decide to want to skip and get that back to back. And then of course there's the aspect of the multiple song back to back kind of scenario. But I thought of another thing that it helps too. Usually we play one song per artist in the free line, and then whatever you get played, as long as we play that song fully through, that's your song for the day in that free line, and then you'd have to skip the line in order to get another one played. But with this new submission process, you should be able to send multiple songs, because you're going to get back in the free line with another $5. So it's up to you on how you want to utilize things. But we're changing it up. I want to do a lot more with the show. Hopefully this helps us do that, because man, from more interviews, ciphers, being able to do more giveaways, I have a pretty good idea for potential battles that we could do as well. And we're just gonna try to do a lot of dope stuff throughout the year and stuff and whatnot. But again, for today, tomorrow, and Thursday, it's still completely free. Just make sure you guys get your stuff in, submit to our show. It's basically business as usual, as always, right? And I always appreciate you guys for being here at all when you guys freaking tap in. I'm your host, Nonsense, aka Dork Genius, aka Chris Nonsense, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your dork for hire, aka El Dorky Corbon, aka Dorkizo 15, aka okay, that's it. What else? Oh, no Tidal or Apple Music, please. I don't have accounts with either of those, but everything else should be fine. So if it's Spotify, if it's SoundCloud, MP3, Wave, which I think iCloud's the fastest way to download a Wave, but just get the gist. Don't send radio records either. That just means don't send anything that's already on the radio. If it's a signed artist, they will usually get us cut, blocked, flagged, and muted from our various platforms and stuff. So we want to make sure that we're putting in the right type of stuff, right? I know y'all be loving the rap to that Big L record or some Jay-Z or some SZA, or I'm just naming all kinds of random motherfuckers. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you just decide to rap to a Drake or Kendrick beat, it's not gonna work. You gotta flip that. You gotta do something different. Even if you sample it and do something different, if at the beginning of the record you play 8 seconds of the song, it kind of picks up like we're, you know, playing it, you know, and for you it'll be only a sample before you flip it. We've had people do that before and were affected by it or whatnot, so try not to do that. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate you over here. Thank you. Shall we freaking start? What up, Smooth? What's freaking popping? Be ill in the cusp. What's freaking good? Pyrex, always good to see you. Welcome back, man. And how are you doing as well? And then shout out to C Philly. What's freaking popping over here on the TikTok side, man? You know what I'm saying? Thank you for being here. Make sure you share it out. Let's go ahead and roll forward or whatnot. I'm gonna go ahead and head into the email. I think I done said everything. Did I hit the yeah, it's free, but if you do want to skip the line, here is the information for you on screen. For you guys over on TikTok, you'll have it above. If you have any other questions regarding that, just let me know. We also have our Narrow open if you want to send via that way, but I've decided to put the again, what we're gonna do on Friday on that end, to just make sure that it already gets locked in. I want to start getting used to that, and you know, you want to know what that will feel like a little bit, you can do it from there. But let's go ahead and see who we got first. Wayizzo with Top of the World, and this one is on YouTube.
Don't upload your videos to YouTube. Upload to Restream, where we will live stream it to YouTube. And
doesn't that, it's like I'm thinking about that. Like, is it better to stream a video? I'm still trying to figure that out. Is it better to stream a video as like a live stream, or to like, yeah, like what, like how would that help as opposed to the other way or whatnot? I mean, I guess, I mean, you could still do the thing though where you premiere the video, right? And when you do it that standard way, like YouTube has a whole like countdown kind of situation and everything. So I mean, we'll see what's up. All right, rate this in the chat, 1 to 10. Any non-feedback is welcome. We try to play the full song as much as we can, unless you ask. Just try to be.
I feel like I'm on top of the world. I'm getting fucked up. I can fuck on your girl. If she want a sneaky link, I might just beat for about a week, just to see if it get wetter than the sink. This border is starting to kick in. I'm telling you, man, I'm feeling terrific. It's time to turn on the pippin'. The women, I know they gon' give in, but the one on the left is tripping, telling me she ain't gon' give up the goodies. Okay.
What up, Benny?
As soon as I pulled out a pocket of booklets, she knew the assignment. She smiled and I got behind it. She told me her man was outside. I told her I'll ride. You can just call me. So she gave me her digits. I smacked her behind and told her to handle her business. Then she started licking her lips and touching her titties. I told her just hit me up, I'll pick you up if you wanna get busy. And I'm not a simp, so don't get pimped. If you thinking you got me, you slipping. I looked to the right and her man popped in with another woman just giggling. I smiled and said to myself, this may be the time to dig her in. I feel like I'm on top of the world. I'm getting fucked up, I can fuck on your girl. If she want a sneaky link, I might just beat for about a week, just to see if
Did you cut that? I'm so confused with that. Sometimes you don't even know if you're on the top of the world. There's a lot of vegan time when you go into a school and you're gonna get with a popular girl. You don't even really know if you go. Be telling you that I don't even know if I'm. Let me stop it. I already know it's gonna end. I already know that it's gonna end, and people be thinking that they are my friend. They are, but freaking there's lots of time when you know what, when I put you all up in the sky, you fall. Right? Something like that. What do you guys think about that? 1 to 10, any and all feedback is welcome. Give y'all thoughts on that record. Why was this so short? You guys is wow. You know what I predict though too? I feel like once we jump over to that paid submission process or whatnot, most of you guys will start thinking about your song length a little bit more as well, because if you have to you know, kind of pay for it in most occasions, I think most people will feel like, oh, I don't want to pay for a short record. Like you're gonna start to think about that. That's how the labels also feel. If you make a short record and you're trying to get that on radio, they're like, what do you mean, man? You didn't even do enough song. But I'll say I like what you did so far, right? You have a personality within there. We're able to see you have fun on the record. I only recommend you make more so that you can spend more time with people, because in the reality, now we're gonna be on to the next song, and hopefully people don't forget about you. You know what I'm saying? The one thing that you do have is that personality that does stand out, and so people probably will remember some of that. But like, think about a 2 to 3 minute record. If you get into like at least that 3 minutes, that means you're most likely doing 2 to 3 verses per se. And that's that much more time where you're able to play the chorus again and get it stuck in people's head, like guaranteed, if it's something good or whatnot. Like I remember it because it's only a one thing. Like I remember it for maybe about the first 3 to 5 minutes, and when you send it again, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. Like I just said, right? But like I also feel like you edited something. There's something that feels like it just cuts out at some point. Maybe you accidentally deleted or muted that specific part. Oh no, now I remember what it was. You had something there, and then you did some kind of echo or some kind of sound effect thing or whatever. I'm assuming somebody else might have told you that it was weird and to remove that. But I don't know if I would have said to just remove the whole thing, you know? Like I think you do still need something in that that spot, unless it's a little bit racy for you to be saying and stuff. Now, what did you say? Now, you said, I just think on people's... Now look, okay? Here's the talk that I love to give you guys, right? Because you think about attention span. If this is the true psyche, if you are good, if you have a personality, if you're actually saying something, if you're not boring, if you're not repetitive, you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Like, people are paying attention. They're in there with you, as long as it sounds like you care about the record that you're on. Of course, nobody's gonna want, you know, a record where it sounds like you just woke up, or somebody forced you to get on the record and you're just not in it yet, so you just get in with a very minimal energy. And again, if you're only showing one thing that you can do, even if a song were to come on the radio, if it's repetitive, after the first 8 bars, if I feel like, oh, I already know where it's gonna go from here, because it's continuing to do the same thing, same flow, same melody, whatever it is, right? I'm gonna start then having just a conversation, right? And it's not even gonna be about the song. We're gonna have a conversation with whoever's in the car or right next to me, because you already feel like you know where it's gonna go. And so for me, I've always thought about, like, look, you have to give the listener their money's worth. The producer has to as well. Without the producer making sure that they extend their beat and inspire you to do more, right? Because if the beat changes, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. If the beat is extended further, let's say it was 2 minutes, you got, you know, one verse, you know what I'm saying, but then it switches up into something even doper, like, you're gonna stop? Like, no, you're gonna, oh shit, I gotta get in here too, or get a feature to hit that part up. Like, the producer has like half the power, and if they make sure to make dope parts that, you know, kind of elevate as the track goes on, like a roller coaster, right? Most roller coasters, they start at one place, they eventually come back around at the end, but they go and do all these extra things, right? Like, before they end up back at the beginning. And that's how you guys have to be with your records. Don't be predictable and you know, kind of just go in there, man. And I'll give you the proof too. Not Like Us. All right, you tell me right now how long Not Like Us is as a track. You know what I'm saying? You guys look it up. I'm gonna look it up again just to just to see, so I can say it. Y'all tell me though. Y'all tell me from y'all end so you can see. So the video probably has a little bit more within it or whatnot. So that comes around to like 5 minutes and 55 seconds, right? If you go to the song, it's 4 minutes and 35 seconds, right? And then you have to factor in that when that song was popping even more, whole entire crowds were like, he performed it 3 times in a row at one event, and then at that same event the entire crowd walked out of the building rapping it themselves, right? And again, this is a 4 minute and something record. Obviously not everybody is Kendrick and you know, but aspire to be something like a Kendrick, where yeah, people will gravitate towards that and you know, see it go there. But it really just depends on what you do within that industry or whatnot. And then let me see, you said yeah, that's goats like Joey Badass and Kendrick, and then so that's facts. And he said some people they love to play that same song, you know what I'm saying, on repeat though too, if it resonates with them. Here's the thing, we still do it even if the record is long. 3 times in a row. Do I have to say it again? 3 times in a row for a record that's 4 minutes and 30 whatever, you know what I mean? And we'll go on and see what's up. I'll just tell you, like, there are records that have made it in my playlist that are that long and longer. And once again, it's all up to the artist and the producer. It's the combination that you have. Now, if you now know this, you guys have all the information. If you know the information, you know, okay, as I'm writing my songs or making them, am I doing a good job at keeping the listener engaged? You have to be able to know that. I think at first, when you first start becoming an artist, you don't even know what's dope about yourself yet. You're still trying to figure out what the best ways for you to even hop on a beat. Should you be a melodic artist? Should you be more bar heavy? Should you rap on trap beats, boom bap? Like, you're gonna experiment with different things trying to figure that out. So we don't expect you to find it then, but over time, when you truly find yourself and you know exactly what is dope, like, you can hear it. You take yourself outside of your body and picture what this girl in the corner might think, or this celebrity over here. Like, you just put it in that kind of perspective, and don't just assume everything you make is going to resonate that well with people. You have to still gain that trust and earn the accolades with certain people. But I believe in you guys enough to just, like, know you'll be able to get there. You just have to figure it out, experiment. And there are artists who came to the show, sent certain records, it wasn't resonating with the crowd, they were like ready to quit at times, and literally said, you know, that's it, I'm done. And then I said, don't quit. Figure out what I'm telling you about your songs, and then come back, right? You have to know what you're doing, and you can't just freestyle everything. You can't just punch in everything. You can't, all of that stuff sounds unprofessional, right? Or I think unprofessional. Why? Whatever. Anyways, but that's all. I love these conversations though, man. What else you say in there? What you say? I want to see what they get on the YouTube side. Wait, hold on. Take so much production video. Let me see. I could talk about that too. And then what do you say? Okay, let me see what you said. So you say it takes so much production, video. When you're talking about those aspects, everything that you do is a real estate kind of thing. Like every moment that you are being heard, people know you in that section of time. They're thinking about you. It's your time to shine, to promote whatever the hell you want in your record, right? And so if you decide to always shout out your squad or say your rap name so people always know what it is at some point in the record, you have certain things, whatever. It's your time to show people what you can truly do. Like, I've never heard a beat and then let me only hit it up like this one way. Like, you always want to figure out a way to switch it up and keep the listeners on their toes. The only way a song goes 4 minutes is either a sample video or beef or whatnot. Hold on. Unless you literally a lyrical genius like my boy Dorky, man. Listen, appreciate the share. Thank you. Listen, I mean, have more faith in yourselves, man. Like, again, that record right there that we had played, that we're even talking about, I feel like I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. If it was not something decent, I'd be like, we're good. We'll keep it at that so we don't have to hear more of it. Like, that makes sense, right? But on the opposite side, who has heard a song that they love? Appreciate you, Vinny. Appreciate you. You did a skip. We'll go ahead and load you on up. Appreciate that. And then let me read some of you guys, what you guys were saying in the chat. Let me see. You said I fuck with it a little. Smooth was saying. He said, damn, this shit saying too much. 6, you know what I'm saying, from Smooth. Facts. And then bro went into detail for me, bro. I didn't need to know all that. Let me see. And then brother is like me, I'm fried as fuck, you know what I'm saying, but I understand it's natural, you know what I'm saying, environment. Who are talking to him or whatnot? So I am talking to the TikTok side right now, right? Because he was going in on I hear that every so often where people think about either the attention span thing or they go replay value. And I say, like, no, if you're dope, they're still gonna replay it. It's not about the time. Like, for me, I always feel like if it's short, I've just listened to it. Why would I want to play the same one verse and chorus again? I already know what's gonna happen. 3 verses, yeah, like you have some variation in those 3 verses and many favorite parts to pull from. But if it's only a very short section, think about it. Like, it's like Robot Chicken. We love Robot Chicken, right? But in the nature of what it does, it's almost like TikTok in animation, claymation form, right? Like, a skit happens for anywhere near 5 seconds, 15 seconds, sometimes maybe a minute, and then it goes to the next little skit, right? And if movies were trailers, I'm almost 100% positive you guys would not pay to go see a trailer in the movie, right? The trailers are what I consider the songs that you guys make that are short. It's literally just like giving us a trailer for hopefully a full song that you'll eventually make. However, we have this generation of artists that don't think like that. They just go, oh, let me make a short song so I can get this record over with quick and then move on to the next one and move on to the next. You think of quantity over quality, and I think that's a backwards way to think, because overall, at the end of the day, you're gonna have hundreds of records eventually, and within that, like, you're almost training your own audience not to care as much for your records because you don't. More is better, in my opinion. I'll try my best to get y'all to realize that a little bit. We say, Racy for some. You say ready for some goofy cowboy music? We gonna see what's up, man. We gonna see what's up. What you say? Micro aliens versus drones bringing you to the country and stuff like that. Hold on. What is that? Okay. My dog was just tripping like Scottie Pippen over here. All right, let's go see where. Let me see if you're in the email as. Okay, I got you, Vinny. That's the one you had sent, right? Micro aliens versus drones. I thought that was a question in the chat for a second. So if you could get abducted by anything, if it had to be aliens versus drones, which one would it be? Man, listen. Okay. All right. Hold on, let me put the skip in. And then we'll throw ourselves.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie, I'm playing old school games where it's all up for grabs. You know me. I love gold. I love gold. I got a big stick of gold where my thing used to be, just because.
My doggies. Kind of want to extend the view of the thing right there. This one is on YouTube. Let me make sure it's not. Wait, where did it go? Hold on. Didn't I just drop it in there? All right, let's.
They asked me about them drones. I don't know if they're from Child or Next Door. Maybe little Timmy got a new toy for Christmas. Probably taking pictures of my wife in the shower naked or something. Either way, that son of a bitch flies that damn drone around my house. I bet you 20 I dust that son of a bitch with one shot. Sorry to my neighbors if I'm in the yard at 5 a.m. firing off shots, screaming fuck you. God bless the USA. Let's see how your plastic piece hold up to my 30-06. Fuck you. God bless the USA.
Why did the vocals on the dialogue sound like it was AI?
Drones don't fly around this land. In Texas, cowboys and rifles are hand in hand. You can go ahead and take your chances. Target practice sounds like a good time to me. Welcome to the USA.
I never thought about that. They do got a lot of guns, right? Get them! 2 minutes 30. Right? At least you used to do it.
They asked me again. They said,
like,
hey,
what happened?
Danny, what do you think about them light orbs aliens? Well, I said, shit. I seen one of them light balls in the sky. With my own eyes, I call them micro aliens. From the sea, I don't know nothing about them damn micro aliens. Neither does the government. They're too small, too fast, and don't seem to be bothering nothing at all. They damn sure ain't the Chinese micro aliens. Sky, tell me why is your orb so bright? I took a shot at you last night. Before I blinked, you were out of sight. Spotlights in the skies at night. I won't bet $1 I could shoot one of them out of the sky. Probably ever in my life. In Michigan, country boys and rifles are hand to hand, but them micro aliens are too damn fast and too damn small. Not even sure if they're real at all.
What is that shining on the screen? Dude, I feel like the flash is gonna get makes me feel like going to Knott's Berry Farm right now.
I seen one of them light bulbs. I reached my rifle. As soon as I looked back, that thing blinked at me twice and was gone. Looked like it was saying, fuck you, I'm out of here.
Nice. Okay. What do y'all think about that? Give your overall thought, and you let us know what it was. You let us know. I'll say this. So, hold on. Let me turn back on my background music and cut it down a little bit. So the vocals in the beginning sounded a little bit more AI centric, but when the song starts, it starts to feel a little bit more narrowed out. You can still hear the sound that we usually kind of decipher within AI records in there, but and the reason why that's important is because a lot of people, when it does come to AI records, they kind of dislike that sound, and they want to feel like the song that we get to hear, hopefully, even though it's not always the case, but they do want to feel like we're getting a real artist, real producers, like artists who are actually performing, getting on the mic, like and truly writing a full-on song or whatnot, right? It's still something that is decent, right? And again, I don't know whether or not it is AI, because it does have certain elements that might make it feel a bit more human. So I'm gonna come at it from the point that it's real, potentially, right? And I did feel like there was a part where, okay, it already starts off, and then we're sort of, off to the races with the type of record and the vocals. Then they leave and then just kind of let the instruments do what they do. That's another reason why we want the live performances to be able to come through in the actual record, if possible. Even with the production, if it feels like the producer is literally in the studio with you, all that stuff is dope. But if it feels like everything is either too digital or for most people, the like entirely created with AI records, like they take people out of certain songs and things like that. The video, I'm assuming maybe that was potentially AI or stock footage or something like that. You had to let me know. You have to let me know. And what I will remind you guys of is, if you do send AI records to any of our shows, why did I freaking drop that? If you send AI records to any of our shows, the best thing that you can do is immediately always be upfront with it. I'm not one of those who are going to discriminate against AI records. I do still have like my critiques and things like that, but it's always more in telling you guys that people do want to feel like the artist that they are listening to is real. If they hear something they like, what do? We want to go see that artist live. We don't want an avatar. We don't want somebody pretending to be that artist. We don't, like, why? Like, what in throughout history, right? We've had it good to where at least if you see a person and they're that celebrity, you can potentially meet that person someday and then tell them how much their music or movies meant to you. But if they don't exist, that's not, what do we do? We talk to the AI creator, like, and that feels anticlimactic, to me or whatnot. And if you're in a thing where you're writing, okay, like you're a writer, we need y'all to know we still respect writers. We do respect the writer that writes a song and then finds that right artist to bring it to life. And most of the time it's gonna be with the melodic artists, anybody who can sing. Those are the ones who are more willing to take the song that you present to them and want to do it, because in their mind it's almost like them doing a cover of the song you know, in question. Then with the rap stuff, like, hip hop has always been like, if we find out you letting anybody write for you, we don't respect you anymore, because you have to let the skill truly come from you, especially when most of what and how you say things is, I am the shit, I am the best rapper on the planet. Like, we're always boasting about how good we are, but you can't do that if you need help via AI to get you there, right? So these are always interesting conversations that we can have. If I can give you any more things for like the video, I mean, at some point I do think that people have to, and you said it's the old song, this one's gonna be real, no AI videos. That's what's up. What was I gonna say? Just one more thing. I was gonna say there has to be some kind of trade-off. I've always felt like you should make if it's an AI song, still find a way to include a real artist somewhere in the record. If it's real backup singers, a real producer, getting a real violinist to come through and play on top of it. Do something real within the aspect of some of the AI elements as well. Or if you do a completely AI record, do a actual real video, right? Where like, okay, well, I filmed the video and I just, you know, use the record as the inspiration to bring the video to life. But I went and shot this, went to this location over here, and vice versa. You know, said I write all my own songs. That's what's up. And he said, yeah, that was an old one. This one's gonna be real no AI videos. We had 100. I think he was like 100. WJ was good. And what'd you say? I put a skip. Oh, I put a skip in, and it ain't a freestyle. We gotta see how you do. Smoothly, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. And when you say, what up? Let me see. Turned you country for a minute. LOL. Yeah, man. That's what happens when we do. Well, I wouldn't consider myself an impressionist, right? Like, I feel like I could do voiceovers just because I'm always doing a lot of different voices at different times, you know, throughout the stream, and I always have. But I've never been able to mimic very specific people in the way that some others have. So I can't do a Trump, an Obama, you know, like there's certain things that are just kind of out of my specific like vocal range or whatnot. I'm sure I could practice and get there, but you know, the accents will often come out, but like you turn that character, you know, saying on right there. Let's see, 7 from Smoothly as well. And when you say day, and in Texas for real be the scariest, man. Listen, that's what you gonna want to be there to, like, I presume, right? If certain things happen around the world, right? Let's say, I don't know, man. You know, I kind of hate post-apocalyptic kind of stories and stuff, except for like when they revolve around zombies. But any of those situations, right? You're gonna want to be in the places where they have that kind of mindset of, oh hell no, like go get the weapons, and they just got them, you know what I'm saying, locked in. You know, but yeah, big salute to that. I appreciate you sending it. Be brave. All right, let me see what's up. WJ said you sent a skip. Do I have my thing open? People also don't even know what the hell they are gonna bring. Is this a one song skip? What did you do for this one? Because I think, let me double check this, right? Because I think I don't know if you were trying to turn this into a skipping clip or you just sent a, like an extra amount, you know, because also thank you for tapping back in to the show or whatnot, man. I know that like there are times where things happen. I don't want to just go into everything, you know, but there are things that happen that might discourage you as an artist, and I am very adamant in keeping you guys motivated and not stopping, because I was at that point when I first started. I literally did not know how I should truly, you know, rap, what beats I should rap on. I had zero skills to work with, and eventually I had to figure it out. Like, what was the right process? How should I really record? I went to studios and learned the things that I needed to do best. And now,
back up on my bullshit, trapped under the attic. I tried to think I'm grown, but then I'm still in the magic. I tried to race a car, then crash, flew into traffic, started acting like a fool, like Zach Galifianakis. Now see, I don't know what the hell's happening. I really like hacking things. I heard from the grapevine, you rappers like Vaseline. You all sound like you like to drink a lot of gasoline, fucking up the game like the Hulk when he's smashing things. Try to spit 5 nights at Freddy's and see if
anyways, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, you find that way. Like, I'm so much better than I was. I'm embarrassed to play my first album because I want to redo it. Like, I don't like, I liked it when I did it, but when you see your growth, man, it's like crazy. Let's see what we got. No, the real skip. I guess what do you want us to do with this one? Yep, you gotta start somewhere. And you see, you said just one song. All right. Let's put this in. Well, how about this? Why don't you choose someone in the chat to give the other half of it? Because it technically would be, if y'all wanted to do pay it forwards on the show, basically it's like paying for a 2-song back-to-back skip. It's $10 for one song, but $15 for 2 songs back-to-back. So technically you guys could do a 2-song back-to-back and then be like, let me give the other half of this to someone in the chat, right? And it'll be deemed as a pay it forward or whatnot. The 2-song back-to-backs look like this.
I just need you to, can you please just go? We all need pizza, so I make weird music. I got pizza if you need a PayPal.
And to pay it forward,
you see me on the playground. There's so many people in here passing through who have no idea what is happening until they do. If I was up in the game, then I would probably have to do cheats, cause I can't see a thing up in his hash. And where the hell is Coon Street? 100 locks up on his box, it wasn't meant to be. And I ain't got no time to mess with armless naked entities and nurses with syringes, apparitions. It's a scary place, and someone with a scary face just shouldn't mess with Harry Mason. Someone with a scary face just shouldn't mess with Harry Mason.
All right, let's go ahead and get in here. What the freak, bro? What the? Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I shave it properly.
I just have to make sure I save it properly.
What up, y'all? Welcome, is that Al Rio, man? What up, man? But I do the Steve Harvey freaking laugh. So I thought you could do whatchamacallits, man. Listen, I could do the laugh of Steve Harvey. That's about it. That's it. Where is this? Let's go, man. All right, now I'll give people a little bit of a background because I want to see what he finna do. Usually, he freestyles most, if not all, of his records. If he's not doing a cover, it's completely off top. He goes in, throws on a beat, and lets it take him wherever. I've always told him not to do that because it ends up feeling a little bit more disjointed and like there's just no direction to the track. And in most cases it's true. Like if you don't know where you're going and you're just like randomly saying things, sometimes you're rhyming, other times you're not, maybe you're off beat, you mess up and you don't change it because it's a freestyle. I always feel like the record kind of falls apart a little bit and people need something to hold on to, right? So I've always recommended most of you guys get in and write your stuff. Unless you freestyle so good that it sounds written, that is the only time I will tell you guys do what you want. If you can freestyle to the point where it still sounds written, everything makes sense, and you can come up with a concept like on the drop of a hat, right? And you can challenge yourselves, right? Tell somebody, pick a subject, any subject, and then like throw on a beat and see how long you can go in on that subject without falling off and saying something random. You know, see how you do with that and then go from there. But most of the time, write to the beat, because you can literally play the beat, right? Play the beat, and as you're writing, you know where each word is going to land if you're good enough to see that. But he explained that he does there's a little bit of dyslexia, which often makes the words and sometimes the letters, like a placement, a little bit weird. Like you can't see it the same way everybody else does. So he'll go in and freestyle. But then I started suggesting like, well, why don't you punch in then? Why don't you think about each line? And even though I don't like that either, but it's a good start because you know what you're going to do. And you can take that time to really feel out what you're going to say before you hit that record button. And then you can go back and actually perform the song after you memorize it from what you've done. That's imperative, like when you're going to perform something live anyways. But we'll see what he did with this one. This is him writing. Good luck. I'll let you know what needs to be worked on and vice versa. I like the beat so far. Rewind it. No, all you're gonna do is go back. Everybody knows that I want to be able to get a bunch of big song and flow well. No, I know that I'm coming in this shit. People be like, dog, how the fuck you create this business? But people is finna list shit up.
I probably feel like I was dying. It wasn't for you. Yeah, city you're right. This ain't no R&B, it's sad story. I'm just telling it like it is. Yo, and write it down. So let me begin by telling you I fucked up the way we went through things. I'm just a man, yeah, you a person too. Understand and we fuck up. Yeah, I started proud. I got a drug problem. I keep it real, yeah. Maybe life is fucking soft. Without you in my life, I know what to do. I'm fucking lost, man. I ain't got a fucking clue. Tell me if you out there, man. I feel like I'm lost. I'm willing to change, and I don't wanna be a bitch, but at all costs. I see some motherfuckers die in ways. I feel like that's just free. Meditating my end days. It's kinda freaky. As a matter of fact, it fucks me up, dog. I don't wanna die like that. I see my pops, yeah, fucked up in the chair. Never moving around, apathetic after these days. Yo, he doesn't care, that's not what I want, man. He lost his life a long time ago, but still blinking. Fuck the shit, man, my fucking life is shrinking. Turning 40, yeah, ain't got much longer. So,
see, it starts to feel freestyle right here.
Let me know if you give me one more try. I wanna be the person that you know, and I don't wanna die alone.
We'll talk about it.
Help me.
Don't leave.
Help me.
Well, I'm gonna help you. There's another time where people freaking had felt you. They don't know what a belt do, because like half the time when people was getting spanked when there was like freaking little kids, or like when they was 8, all the time when I had plenty food that got up on my plate. Listen, first off, so here's what I would say. You did do a better job, right? So we got to see some of that improvement. Still needs a little bit of work here and there for the words to resonate in the best way, for people to want to rap what you're rapping with you and stuff. I didn't mind the overall energy that you were given. Yes, the mix still needs work here and there. But it did start to feel freestyled in certain areas. I'll tell you what it is, right? The key is the secret. The key is knowing exactly what word to rhyme with, right? You're saying words, right? The beat is doing its thing. We're bobbing our head, you know, swaying side to side, you know, whatever. While we're listening to you, we are trying to predict what word it's going to be, right? It throws us the hell off if you don't even rhyme with any of the words in certain sections. And so you have to know, like, all right, at this part, I think people are going to expect you to rhyme with that, right? Like, if I was engineering you, that's what I would have said. I would have been like, okay, why don't you try to rhyme with this over here? And so when you're going in this section, yeah, you can say what you said that led up to what it was, but you still have to find a word that makes sense in the context of what you're saying that then rhymes in the section. And yes, you do have the freedom to change things up in terms of what you rhyme in certain places, but if it happens a little bit too much, then people start to feel like you're just kind of going anywhere. You know, think about the ABCs, right? It's the most simplest rap there is. Nursery rhymes are also raps. Dr. Seuss books, man. Dr. Seuss books, there's this part of my brain that feels like, man, Dr. Seuss was a rapper and didn't even know it. Because when you like see how we're able to go in and take everything word for word and just like rap it and it sounds dope, you know, he understood that same concept of like, okay, let me make sure that I'm rapping that the syllables line up and that everything comes to, like, you can almost hear it as a song if you were to put it in there, right? Before people started doing that, that's what I always had thought about. But the ABCs, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. It's a rap. It's just letters, but it still follows a process that allows you to still hear word. Like, that's what's crazy about it. It's just letters, but somehow they were like, let's make sure that it rhymes so people can pay attention to it, you know, a little bit better, or memorize the amount of letters, man. I honestly, just because I don't know, I want to figure this out right now, right? So do they even know who legit kind of thought of the ABCs, like, specifically, right? Because we eventually developed languages to speak to each other as human beings and communicate, and at some point that process of teaching every new person as they grow, okay, you got to learn the ABCs and then this and that, like math even, you know, it's interesting to just see that. So I want to know who created the alphabet. Let me see this right quick. I just want to see if they know. Okay, so the first alphabet was invented by Semitic speaking Canaanite miners or merchant trade. You should have just said merchant traders, you motherfucker. Merchant traders in Egypt or Sinai Peninsula, around 1800, 1900 BC. Not by a single person. They simplified Egyptian hieroglyphs into about 22 Senetic, like listen, I ain't never said half of these words. Symbols, and each representing a single sound rather than, do they just have like a button I could press for the freaking I'm about to just read this shit, but we did want to know, right? Earliest known, you know what I'm saying, writing around 90s, often learn, you know what I'm saying, like you just said that, man, and then you know you gonna go back over it, the creators and we'll just look up a video eventually. He said, yeah, and druids with the sounds your voices could do. Yep. He said it was good. And then when you said the Syrians, you guys were almost there. At least this is what it says. And it said the Greeks adapted the Phoenician alphabet in the 8th century, because adding vowels, which is generally considered the first true alphabet. Okay. And in the evolution, Greek alphabet led to the Etruscan alphabet, which in turn was adapted by the Romans to create the Latin alphabet, the one used in English. Okay, well, it went down there, and it looks different too. You almost kind of can't tell what was what. What's up? What did you do that? What did you do that with? I said, what did you do that with? How come you have it on this finger and then not that one? But then what's that? Well, it looks like it does. Go put some water on it. Don't do cartwheels and all that crazy stuff. Just like relax, okay? So you don't mess up your finger more. Let me see. So yeah, and druids, sound. Say hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Good dad. Said put mustard. Put mustard on it. You know what I'm saying? You want me to put mustard? I'm gonna go buy some. You don't want it? Why not? It's mustard, bro. You said it'll fix it. It's just gonna sting a little bit at first, man. Oh man, that's crazy, man. All right, wait. Who did you pick for your evolution? Let me jump over here. Let me freaking go in the chat real quick. All right, let me jump down here. I'm just trying to catch up with that. The tube. What'd you say? Smooth, you got this, my boy. That was when I think we're just starting it. You said my name is on the email, Levi. That's what's up. Thank you. Again, I do have to keep you guys updated because on Friday and on, we will have a whole new submission process. Okay? Like, basically, and again, I'll explain it as many times as possible or not. It will be $5 to submit. It will guarantee you a play on each episode that you do it on. And you can upgrade to a skip by simply paying the difference if you need. But we'll be doing a lot more stuff. Stop it, you gotta distract me here. We'll be doing a lot more stuff and be able to put some of that back into the promotion of y'all records, the reviews, the show itself, and the giveaways that we do. There are some things that I might take off of the wheel to make things more enticing. I also have for the longest time wanted to do the giveaways that we usually do at the end of the show when we make it to 100. I always felt like the ones who deserved to get on the giveaway wheel were those who did skip the line to get us there, right? I feel like those are the people who should benefit from that. So I wanted to make that turn and really put that appreciation back for you guys. I know that originally when I did start it, like I wanted people who never won anything to have that opportunity to actually get in there and win something and win something good, because there were people who just popped up and they'd win like a super mega ultra skip. That's like a full 12-song album review right there. You know what I'm saying? And they would be the most appreciative. But it felt weird with the people that would only pop up when they saw we were doing the giveaways, and then they would be right there to, like, you know, receive the thing, and then just millions of skips, you know, each week or whatnot. I always felt like that it wasn't always fair. And so get yourselves, you know what I'm saying, on the show. If you have any questions, please let us know, and then we'll
Dangerous like I'm a mad gorilla. I am sicker than a salmonella filled sandwich dinner, homie. I will kill a beat a man. I'm iller than a caterpillar, chilling, having cigarettes while I dish in a wonderland umbrella. Then a kid within a magic.
All right, man. Let me see what I got right here. Let's see. Oh, what did you? Let me. I still got to catch up with this. Of course, bro. So the words were hard for me to articulate at the end. WJ said, and then he said, "Yo, guys, I'm high key." Boy Music was saying. WJ said, "I am too." Was good. They said, "I got a job interview tomorrow. I can't be. Dang it." LSD question mark. He said, "I'm on weed." SD. Okay, well, you know, enjoy. Hopefully the show is you know, like I have all. Let me change some of my backgrounds so that looks, you know, even more cool. We'll do that throughout the stream. And let me see, you know what I'm saying? Are you seasoned? First time? Are you seasoned? I was just talking about all kinds of drugs in there. Got outside, you know, said you can, bro. You know, said I would unplug, but that's just me. Electronics scramble good frequencies. Wow. Create, you know what I'm saying? Documents by your scribbling in the Bible. It's another time, another place. Levi Smooth. So Dorky, out of 10, what would you give me? For now, between I'll put it at a 7. I'll put it at a 7 right now, just because, again, we need to get things to that perfect level. But like, the timing was better, right? Still needing to remove the feeling of freestyling. It's awkward to write something and somehow it still sounds like a freestyle in a certain section. So you want to make sure that you do that. Let's see who did you pick anybody, WJ, for the other skip? It's up to you. If he chooses you, you'll be next. Otherwise, we're just gonna go back in the free line. Who was it? Who was it? You gotta like be able to pop up and be like, I'm putting about 24 mother uffers in the ushers.
Yeah,
and if you guys are ask, okay, well, what am I gonna do? Hold on. Smooth. Okay, we got Smooth, and we'll put you in. Let me make sure. I think you said yours was under a different email, right? Me, we're working on new stuff. That's what's up. Yeah, shout out to Reaganomics. We still need something. Me and the next need something as well, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, Smooth. Levi, right? All right, let's go ahead and throw you in.
Yeah,
we'll also be doing battles and stuff. You know, like I figured something out that was simple. I said, look, you know, I always wanted to do more battles on the show, right? Where like a competition, you know, 10 to 20 artists can, you know, enter or whatnot. But the reason why I hadn't done it is because I wanted to always have like, in addition to what we're able to give out via like our normal shows, wanted to be able to do like the cash prizes and stuff. But I said, okay, well, how could we do that where it realistically would work? So if we do a battle and if there's an entry fee, for example, if it's like $20 to enter, if that's 10 to 20 artists, that's about $200 to $400 of a prize right there. So that's the proper way that we got to do it. However, we need about 10 to 20 artists who are going to be willing to do it. So we'll promote things, you know, over you know, some weeks or whatnot. We'll plan it out ahead of time and figure some things out. But I want to be able to do that. That's the only way we're going to be able to do that high of a prize. And that's also if the house takes nothing, you know what I'm saying? I'll be doing that one, you know, for the love, if anything. Would you say I couldn't give him more, man? You know what I'm saying? For the love of the music, man. Hey, we appreciate you. See, but I gotta go soon, you know what I'm saying? Play the song. Please be patient. Listen, you're getting played for free off the love of WJ right now. Like, I know I talk, but hurrying anybody up is like honking your damn horn behind their car. They gonna turn back around.
I'm a grind, taking my time, taking what's mine, keep it in mind. I ain't even in my prime. Critics telling me what I can't do and what I can't be. Too young to be in this industry. That I can't rap, that I can't spit. Stand no chance, so you gotta quit. Yeah, what were you doing at 16? Keep telling me what I can't do, but I come back like I'm a critic fiend. I like the critics, I like the hate. Keep driving me, I don't fade away. I'm back, I wasn't gone long. Now tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me that I can't get rich, that I can't get kids, that I can't put ice all up on my wrist, that I won't do shit, that I might as well quit. The time that I put in, I'll never make it hit. I like hearing that. Make a song and I come back. Keep telling me what my song lacks. Make a new one to pick up the slack. Yeah, I don't hate critics for real. Why? They like a coach for real.
Facts.
Okay,
come on.
Tell me what I can do better for real.
Talk to them.
Facts. They pay me for real. Stupid. Funny. Huh? How you my biggest fan? Keep coming back for more. You eat it out my hand. You flex your cars, your girls, your bank account. Sad how you flex that. That's how you get your clout. Huh? Like when you get stuck, you use that as money. He tells you you can do it and that you make it out and keep working, buddy. That ain't how life works. He ain't gonna wipe your nose when it gets bloody. Gotta be prepared when it gets muddy. This ain't gambling, you can't get lucky. Mine, I'm a grind. Taking my time, taking what's mine. Keep it in mind. I ain't even in my prime. Critics telling me what I can't do and what I can't be. Too young to be in this industry. That I can't rap, that I can't spit. Stand no chance, so you gotta quit. Yeah, I ain't quitting, man. You here for me, yeah. You teach me what to do better, man. That's your fault. Yeah, I ain't leaving, man. I'm only 16. I got a long way to go. I can do this shit all day.
You can do this shit all day. You can see me in the hallway. All of y'all know I'm the hallway. All right, how do y'all feel about that? A little bit freaking short or whatnot. That's gonna be our first critique right there, but all right. So I resonated with what you're saying or whatnot, right? You know, especially the critics, you know, part or whatnot. Like, you understand, like, when people give you critique, it is for the love. It's them telling you how to be better, how to make your stuff dope, so they want to listen to it on repeat. Like, that's what we're doing. Now, if someone is just going, nah, that's ass, next, you know what I mean? If they don't tell you any detail, like, they're a shitty, you know, reviewer or whatever. Their opinion shouldn't matter if they can't tell you anything but, like, nah, that's meh. You know what I mean? It's ass, that's trash or whatever it is, right? With this, I do feel like if there's anything else people would critique, it's probably going to be a little bit of the energy and wanting you to be a little bit more hype on a beat like this. They're probably also going to want you to do a little bit more song, right? I know that we're in this era where people do, like, we just had that conversation about the song length and how you know, like, some of you guys do think about different things, the replay value or attention span, or you think about short form content. Your thing is like, oh, I'm gonna post it on IG and TikTok and, you know, just get that like minute of something. But remember that there's a such thing as short and long form content. What I always remembered was seeing a dope skit or song or something like that from someone on the many platforms. And when it came to things like YouTube, right? They have this good feature that if you are uploading a short, if it does have a longer form video that's in that landscape mode, you can attach it to it, or like, you know, attach the link in there so people can still click on it and go to the full video if they like the short one that they see. Because for me, I do that all the time. I'm always like, oh man, is this out already? Do they have a video for it? Do they have this? Do they have that? And hold on. No. But I always want to challenge you guys to see if you can do a little bit more, right? Whether it's you getting another artist on it as a feature, that's another way to stay in the song a little bit longer. But you've heard me say it before, just trying to challenge yourself to see how many different ideas that you can come up with, right? That first half was fine exactly as it is. And then if you were to extend it to another verse, that's your chance to show if you can rap a little bit faster, if you have a melodic side to yourself, or what was the other thing? I just had it in my head. Man. Come on, we gotta get this. Hold on. I'm not going by until I think about that, right? Well, maybe I'll come back to it. But you want to be able to just show your variation, so people know. Oh, I know what it was. Or you could start off with the energy that you have, and then by the end of the song, it gets more aggressive, right? Like you go from that point of like laying down doing the song, the camera is, you know, on the ceiling looking down at you, to eventually sitting up, the camera's right in front of you, you know what I'm saying? Getting up and then starting to, you know, jump up and down, getting hype. Like it could have a little bit of an energy that elevates as the time goes. Beat is dope. You know, what do you guys think? Let me see what the actual time was also on that. Let me see. 2 minutes and 27 seconds, man. Again, nothing wrong with it for short form content or an intro, outro, interlude. You guys know the drill with it. And don't assume we'll just leave it at that or whatnot. So all right, bro, I like your info. Like, get it in. Know that I talked about it already. It's the real estate that you guys have. I assume that, like, if a label said, all right, well, let's take a meeting with this artist and have them come in and how we're gonna rate whether or not we give them the record deal is just like ask them to perform. It could be a cappella, it could be the song, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But really think about that. If they tell you to do something and you only have a minimal amount of whatever it is, it's like you're almost shooting yourself in the foot. The only people who are gonna be happy that you have a short song are the people who don't like it. You guys know I'm right, because think about it with the artists that you like right now. When have you ever been like, damn, how long is this song for an artist you fuck with, right? And you're willing to experience what they are willing to give us, and you know, vice versa. So check your TikTok messages. Alright guys, so let me see for show. More attitude would be awesome. And fluctuate. What do you say? Fluctuate the current tone to talking respectfully but force. Right? That was what NX said on our TikTok side. Also said, I hella dig that. Letting them know you getting a free sauce and rolling the haters is classy, man. I'm telling you. Fire emojis on that. Okay. Getting some good feedback in there. You said I just try to listen while I'm doing other things, you know, since sometimes, you know, even if I miss it or whatnot. But that's the glory of why I also make sure to bring YouTube in, because the streams are usually saved and you can go back and rewatch everything, including your own review if you were, you know, there for it. Let's see. Appreciate you as well. Can you message Dorky your email and email me yours? You know what I'm saying? Kicked back on me. Let me see. Did he try to put his email in the chat or anything? I mean, yeah, I guess you can message me your email to give to WJ. WJ 10. Oh, we got a 10 from WJ, so he was really feeling that. And I mean, it does feel like something that you would have heard him on. WJ has rapped to a lot of different records. And by the way, people didn't even get to see that side. Like, WJ has records where he's able to get into the more alternative, folk, heavy metal, just that rock side that's very natural, and he's really able to get in there, you know, especially with the covers. He's really got a voice for that, and so the rapping stuff when he does get in there is a little bit new, but I've heard him try a lot of different elements, and I could see him, you know, trying to get on that. You said real flow. Sent you the email. I think that's what you were saying. Hold on, let me go down again. All right, I think we are good. Thank you for the follow. What up, Cody? Let me see. Is there anybody? What is that? I was trying to. What? It said something about viewer wishes or something. It was like, what? Was there a wish? Did somebody make a wish on TikTok?
I hope to eat a bean and cheese sandwich, freshly squeezed with Dookie.
Dangerous like I'm a mad gorilla. I am sicker than a salmonella filled sandwich dinner, homie. I will kill a beat a man. I'm iller than a caterpillar, chilling, having cigarettes while I dish in a wonderland umbrella. Then a kid within a magic. Then a kid within a imaginary.
An imaginary what? All right, let's see what we got next. What do we have? Share the stream, like and share the stream. You can be ill, you are up. Let's go ahead and plop you in. This is Futurama. Shout out. Is this the complete version or the open verse version? Let me see. Here we go, yo.
Bunch of water boys, fake rapping on a beat. Take action on the weak. I will smack you on the street. While you acting like I'm last one, I will gas you on the feet. If I'm rhyming in the booth, just know it's acid when I speak. Bunch of Zoidbergs, I destroy nerves when I'm stepping. Y'all avoid first before I disperse all my weapons. Zap Brannigan's in the van again, seen him panicking. Pulled up to the lab with a mannequin, said it's Anakin. Bend his back with the extendo strap like his Men in Black. Step on cracks, pen intact, never lack when I send a track. Said facts, y'all be smoking on the fem packs. Might as well call me Hermes with the way that I bend raps. Futurama, you rappers, I leave them frozen quick. Used to stomp it, you actors, you know the potion mix. If I'm on it, you after, you might as well just go and quit. Illest when I spit, even the pastor saying holy shit. Futurama, you rappers, I leave them frozen quick. Used to stomp it, you actors, you know the potion mix. If I'm on it, you after, you might as well just go and quit. Illest when I spit, even the pastor saying holy shit. Green Goblin, slurm leaking like mean faucets. I ain't never in need of rockers when he's off it. We bomb shit, you ain't beating me, G, stop it. I will kill you and sell your shit at the flea market. Call me Leela with my eye on you. Fly on through, pistol leave you side on blue. Bygones who, thinking I won't fry you too. And we got Nibbler in the back, know he likes his food. Devil when I make deals, y'all in trouble, I break seals. Karma is a bitch, so stop complaining how fate feels. Gravity flex when I'm in lab like a test. Knock a bitch into a freezer saying you rapping the best. Futurama, you rappers, I leave them frozen quick. Used to stomp it, you actors, you know the potion mix. If I'm on it, you after, you might as well just go and quit. Illest when I spit, even the pastor saying holy shit. Futurama, you rappers, I leave them frozen quick. Used to stomp it, you actors, you know the potion mix. If I'm on it, you after, you might as well just go and quit. Illest when I spit, even the pastor saying holy shit.
Oh, let's bring it back. And people also wonder like if I can even sing and rap. And people also like would think like if I was going like to get my hair cut, would I still go in there and then bring my hat? Probably. And all of y'all always be freaking in a puzzle place where you always will be like solving things. I don't even know if I'm ever freaking absorbing queens of the shit that they doing. Like there's a lot of times where you got some freaking shit in your shoe and I don't even freaking think these freaking kittens are cute. What is even happening though? Like listen, I'm gonna rap to the whole freaking beat after your whole shit that you did first. Matter of fact, you know what? Like when I freaking rap, the people of this first, where the heck did you go? I don't know, but I can freaking find out. Like if I know that I'm true. Oh, let me stop. It's just starting to fade out there. That's it. Futurama, get dope. Shout out to BL. Now let me give you the process, right? There are some artists who will send to the show from time to time, right? And every now and then, some of those artists, they may, let's just say like they'll either have a song titled after something. Maybe it's an anime, a TV show that you know, or a celebrity or something like that, right? And then are those who will literally sample the thing. And you know, what I always appreciate are those who know enough to like become a fan of the thing. You know, if you more or less
be sure to send.
Oh my gosh, shut up. If you know details about that thing, in this case it's like Futurama, right? For those who know Futurama at all, you know the characters, you know certain situations and whatnot, the bars that he has makes it that much more enjoyable because you're able to picture those things within your head. And as another fan, it helps you connect to it a little bit more. You almost think, oh, let me make a video where I put footage from the show together with what he's doing, you know, rap wise. And I appreciate those who do that, because some artists will literally sample the thing and not acknowledge the thing. Not one word that has to do with it. I liken it to like if someone sampled an Aaliyah song and you didn't say her name, you didn't say the song title of what the original thing that sample was, you didn't say any of her other songs, right? And it just feels almost like a little bit of a waste of time, or not necessarily a waste of time, but a missed opportunity that you would have had to bring something else to the forefront. And BL is not one of those artists. There are certain ones who will, like, they are bar for bar, let me make sure what I'm saying pertains to the thing that you know, I'm talking about. And honestly, it's a true fan, but it's also a good artist, because it takes that time to really sit down, write, and figure out what those things are. We know we're in a generation where there's a lot of those who might freestyle, and or even if you're punching in, you're still rushing yourself through those scenarios, and you're not really allowing yourself to have the best line. Like literally, especially if you're just like doing that kind of style within the studio, you might feel even more pressure to just like hurry up. But like, take your time, right? Take your time to get that in. The beat rides out a little bit, but I still feel like it's an open verse, right? Like, we would think it was you writing out, maybe if it was only about 4 to 8 bars, if you know, it's the true end of the song. But I feel like there's still a little bit more left over outside of the chorus just not coming back for that. But good job, and as always, we appreciate you. Let me make sure we're good on this. And okay, we're cool. All right, what do you say? Thank you for the repost. Well, I wonder what had happened with, because there was a time where someone was saying they were trying to repost, but they just couldn't. Like, I don't know if I didn't have the ability or whatever. Let me see, how's it going, man? You know what I'm saying? Get a chance to check out our email or DM. Did you already send it? Is that DorkyReviewShow@gmail.com? If you didn't receive an email, we haven't got to it yet. And you said I sent one called Thug Life, man. Is it a callback to Tupac or just like your own interpretation? All right, let's see what we got. See what we got and I don't know what would happen if like you had got shot and all right, dirty Dan, hold on, let's put you in. And also I gotta remind myself to close these other windows.
Window. Mommy, do you know when your daddy was there?
All right, Dirty Dan with Trick Shot.
Hey, I'ma dive into the issue. I don't wait for no reaction. I ain't never ducking smoke or cold-footed on no action. We been rolling with the punches. I don't do no Twitter bashing. They seem everybody ready to get cracking till it's cracking. I be turned up as all hell with a pole in my pocket. He feeling macho with that chopper. He isn't gonna pop it. I don't stand on what I stand on for suckers to knock it. Bang a right then drop them off. I'm weaving and bobbing. I ain't staying for the night. I'm on limited time. I like a tough little bitch, the feminine kind. I like a bitch with quick feet that can stop on a dime. Untouched, moving smart with no print on my shine. I ain't never ball hogging or traveling with the rock. I got Buck around the corner, he never gonna miss a shot. Revisited the funk, we wiggling with a chop. Ain't no beefing if you bunk, we meeting up on his block.
Godfather to a YN, up and I'm flying. See you in your feelings and that shit had me dying. Always smoking high end, pressure we applying.
What up,
told the
Lips?
whole story, understand, but I'm lying.
That's what's up.
Heaven's gates up, Psycho Norman bass luck. Talking to Losito,
Good to
asking
see
why they
you.
like to hate us. Bitch, I'm doing great stuff, still gon' fake a pay stub. I don't give a fuck about a trap, I got my cake up. Check the trap, she know money be my language. Foreign bitches speaking to me up in Spanglish. I got other strippers too, I'm making famous. Giving crazy head, the bitch be acting brainless. Real life, I'm a swindler, use money as a kindler. Looked around the room and I can't find nobody similar. Selling out a dinner bird, this chicken got administered. Playing with the blick, got me feeling way too sinister. Really, it's okay though, I get back every day, bro. Bounce up with Beretta and I give a op a halo. Everybody lay low, my kill streaker in the pave low. Call of Duty on the block, my homeboy swinging Draco. AE, I don't owe you shit, but a bitch slap. Brother not so friendly and he tryna get his lick back. Outside we don't wanna talk, don't wanna go and chit chat. Money on the floor, only reason I go pitch black. We ain't making diss tracks, hit you with a 6-pack. Hooker on my line, getting broke off like a Kit Kat. Crying on the gram, Brody begging for his bitch back. You can have the hoe, I was seeing where it's at.
So many things, and sometimes freaking the artist got so many games and I don't even really know what to do, but people freaking throw me a freaking beat, I'm gonna be flowing at you. You know that I don't even know what to do. What do you guys think about that? One of the feedback is, of course, welcome. Oh, I had forgot, man. I had tapped into a video of yours, by the way, Lips, where you guys were, I guess you were just like freestyling in the woods or something. I was like, yo, I would love to be there. So with this, I almost like wonder what you guys think about it, right? Because there's a few different things that I think about, right? It's Dirty Dan. Like the beat can turn this into a club record, right? Like if you wanted it to be some people, rock to something of a party kind of song, right? So there's an element there that kind of, makes you want to bob your head and even, dance, just kind of get hype in that way. Then there's another aspect to this where like, it could have been a diss record, if you wanted to get in that mode where it's like, nah, I'm finna go scorched earth on this artist or whatever. This beat is, I think, perfect for that as well. Primarily it is short. You guys are gonna make me a broken record around here because a lot of you guys just love to just give people a taste, but like here's the thing, on our shows, I think, at least me, I'm not someone who's like trying to hurry up and get the hell out of your record. I want as much time with you guys as possible because it's the test. It is, to me, the true test to see if an artist is a true artist. Because I feel like anybody can rap. We can say words from the beginning to the end of the beat. But if you can make a song where you have a chorus and potentially 2 to 3 verses within there, that shows your ability to get in there with some structure, right? Hold on, let me give me a second. Let me turn this in here. So I'm always gonna feel like that, no matter what, and if I don't like a song, that is the only time. That is truly the only time where I will be welcoming you getting the hell out of there faster, because like, what the hell? But outside of it being short, I don't have a problem with most of it. I just think I want to see some structure and some extensions. If you ain't heard the other half of the extension conversation, right? I've said that artists could put the longer versions of the songs behind a paywall, right? So what you're going to do is mentally, you always make 2 versions of every song that you do. You do one where it's just 1 verse to the chorus, and then the other one where it's potentially 2 to 3 verses in that chorus. And you put that one under, I don't know, a Patreon. You can put it on your Bandcamp or whatever you can do where people have to pay to basically hear the true full version. And that full version can have extra features, parts where the beat changes, completely different beats, you know, to begin with. You could do live versions of some of the songs or the Tiny Desk version of it. And that will be that way that you truly test your fan base to see how much they do care about what you do. And I know it's just really about marketing. Like, yo, if you can do it, you can make it even easier. Make a really dope piece of merch themed to the album, right? And then say if you buy this hoodie, you'll get the deluxe version of the album, you know, for free or a discount, like whatever. It's your choice. But you want people to feel like they're getting their true money's worth and that you are willing to work. You know, like it's a little bit like if you're trying to get a job, you're trying to get a full-time job at a place, but if you've only ever worked part-time jobs, they don't know yet how deep your dedication is because you've only ever worked for like 3 to 4 hours as opposed to 8 and more if there's like overtime. You never know who's willing to do that overtime and stuff, but it'll always help you in the long run if you're able to show that dedication. Let me see what we got in the chat from y'all. Let me go down. Okay, really appreciate you. Who this fire? You know what I'm saying? Lips Terry was saying. And you said that video is still up because I thought they deleted that video. I don't know. I just remember seeing it that day, and I don't know like if it was the same day that it was uploaded. I didn't look at the date. But I just remembered seeing it, and I was like, what are they doing and stuff, and you was throwing a beat on, you know what I'm saying, just rolling one up and getting in there, man. Like, listen. And then what do you say? You know what I'm saying? I want to see a visual for Dirty Dance song. There we go. That's a good testament right there. PPZ, what up? You said on God, it's so OTW visual is coming. Okay. Listen, make it happen. Let the people freaking know. He said, "Bet I'll be looking for it." And then send your handle. And that is what this is about. That networking, just, you know, whether it's for the collabs or really being able to, like, when you find something that you like and you legit want to connect with that artist, to know when they are releasing something. Like, it is an honor to be on the other side of that. And when anyone does find that true interest in what you do, and it's not just like you having to force your way in front of their faces and stuff. Like, it means a lot for you to know that you're not wasting your time with any of the records that you do, right? You talking about my live? Yeah, I believe it was the live, because I was chilling for a minute. But yeah, network. You know, as we've said many of times, you're either networking or you're not working. Anyway, what do we have next? We're gonna jump back into the line. Is this, you showed me a picture of the beat or session in Fruity Loops? Well, I don't know what it is yet. CK Love. What is it? CK Love Nwantidi remix. Let me see what you said. I made a little thing plus proof. Wait. So you said I made a little thing plus proof of work for haters who say is lie and stuff like that. Who said that? You know, give us the background on that situation.
die, I swear. You are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be on. Your love ain't take totally me.
Is it more like you? So you're producing the beat?
If you make a balance, you know.
Need a bit of a freaking remix, you know what you need a rubber. People always don't know if you love her, but a lot of freaking times you know that Danny Glover was a freaking dude. There's a lot of time where people wanna freaking chill with me on Friday and the weekend. Dude, I ain't gonna speak to you. I always been a geek in school, and people also wanna like question cheap, but you cool freaking you don't know what to do, but you cool freaking you don't know what the hell is the voodoo.
So here's what I'm saying. More of a remix kind of situation. I'm assuming you taking the acapella and building something around the vocals, right? Often I consider, especially if it's something like this, it's in between like a like kind of DJ mix where they kind of blend two different elements together, build something, you know, around it and stuff like that, like Deadmau5, right? He often will, you know, do all the production, maybe take little voice sections from other things there. Sometimes he will work with an artist on top of that. We'll have some of those elements. You know, I thought it was decent. There's probably a little bit that does need balancing in terms of the mix so that certain things aren't too loud. I also forgot to say that for Be Ill, when Be Ill's record started, in terms of like when his vocal popped up, it was a little bit loud, like right when the song came out, and my face just switched, you know, all of a sudden. So you got to make sure that you properly, you know, get in there with that. But this one had a good overall energy, and you know, hopefully is good, because I don't know whether or not sometimes you guys will send a remix of a known record, right? I haven't heard this record, so I barely know if it's known. Like, we do all kinds of, you know, remixes, but I will try to remind you guys, don't send, try not to send things where you are remixing known artist records, both as an artist and a producer. So that means if you just make a new beat over Drake vocals, will get cut. If you send you rapping on a Drake beat, will get cut or blocked or flagged or muted and stuff. So you just need to make sure that you do that. And then what you say, Kurt, I'm still here, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you, man. I was gonna let me see. We're gonna continue on in the line. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. I didn't even check. Now that I think about it, just want to make sure nobody sent another skip. All right, we're good with that. We good with that. What up? Which poppin'? You liked it? You liked that last song? Listen, you want me to play Who Let the Dogs Out? Who let the dogs out? You know, I used to hate that song. The two, we'll not say hate. It used to be cringe to me, along with the I'm a Barbie girl. I don't know why. I just didn't like that song back in the day. You know, I don't mind it as much today. And then Who Let the Dogs Out is a classic, right? I respect that. Yes, we know. This is my guy. It's called Best in the Business.
Go. Yeah.
P Moore.
I was pimping on the road alone once again. Listening to Bun and Lil Kiki in the Benz. All the kids be going crazy watching CNN. There's more to life than getting hoes. I see you in the end. My hair wrapped up tight like the Mendians. I always play the corner, no, I'm not the middleman. You gonna reach, I'm gonna teach, bitch, I fill them in. I got these other niggas looking crazy. I'm on my way, I never play, I better call my baby. I know my time is coming funny, cause these women chase me. The road I pave is for a Lexus, so that old Mercedes. Lord, give me reason to show them that every year is my season. Fur coat drip, just know a winter is leaving. And know that all them fall, and even I do sometimes. But I rise back up, it's summertime, we'll do it better than this. Yeah. Cold nigga with 5 keys, 5 women, they know me, that's every day, low key, straight business, they straight gimmicks, EPMD, got no limits, I'm better with time, I'm aiming for timeless, clock in my head, who could've timed this, check your assignment, I'm grade A, I lay, pray, and show love, no play day, you fucking with the best in the business, now tell them people to listen, yeah. Oh no, they was listening late night, they was bitching, and now I be going off, yeah. She said, why don't call her back? I told her to chill for that. I told her my phone was off. Yeah. But now she thinks something off. On and on it'll go. I guess I'll be popping off. Whoever was told, know it's the end of the road. Feel a little different when it's from on top of the stove. Pricing all of my pieces, I'm in a league of my own. In the midst of these times, just know I'm mentally cold. 5-finger death punch, I got infinity stones. From a different universe, I'm in my alien zone. This type of rap is gonna have them on their toes. This Lauryn Hill with Jonah Hill, what's coming from my soul. Don't ever judge me for the things I kept and never told. Cause I just tell it how I live it, baby, let it go. Yeah. Cold nigga with 5 keys, 5 women, they know me, that's every day, low key, straight business, they straight gimmicks, EPMD, got no limits, I'm better with time, I'm aiming for timeless, clock in my head, who could've timed this, check your assignment, I'm grade A, I lay, pray, and show love, no play day, you fucking with the best in the business, now tell them people to listen.
Tell them to listen, like listen, ain't nobody in your house selling your kitchen, so you don't even need to be in there cooking that chicken. I don't even really know like if I'm ripping this freaking beat or I really wanna like tell y'all there's lots of teachers that don't like you and fail y'all. I don't know if what is happening up in the air with the weed that you smoking and you can smell it. Seriously? Just decides to leave.
There is a lighter.
You said, I honestly didn't know how to rate this, but it's good. And they get a few fires and stuff like that. Are you talking about the last one or this one? So this right here, right? Honestly, I feel it's weird. I feel like I've heard this record from another artist who's potentially similar to you, right? This is the equivalent of when you hear a certain beat and you almost know exactly what kind of artist that you're gonna hear. Like if I heard the beat, I would have heard you. Like quite literally. Sometimes we can just tell
when a certain beat is going to resonate with a certain artist. We're in that type genre. We're in the type beat era, the type artist and everything, right? So you do get in there with that kind of Drake-esque, you know, swag and stuff. But you're real to you. The lyrics are proper. And if anything, right? Let's talk about it real quick, right? I appreciate that if you guys are going to remotely be 95% inspired by another artist, it's better when it is a decent artist, because it still takes work to try to get into a Busta, Eminem, Drake, like, you know, Kendrick, whatever it is. Like, if it's someone that has a little bit more, you know, just ability, you know how much work it takes to get there. Even if someone can sing, but they sound like Michael Jackson, it's not easy to do. It's not easy to sing like Mariah Carey with the high tones and stuff, right? So I've always sort of looked at it like that, but then we do have that conversation about making sure that you have your style is the most prominent, right? Because throughout the 90s, what we knew about what we could do as an artist coming out, first off, we could not sound like anybody else. Go and look at all the artists and records that came out through that 90s era, give or take a few throughout the first half of, like, you know, 2000s and stuff like that. Those were the eras where even if you were in the same camp and label, all of the individual artists up there sounded different. Like, they had their own gimmick and things that allowed you to tell exactly who they were when they popped up. But in this era, really think about it. If you were to get like over 50 type artists on the same record, would you truly be able to tell them apart? If they're all on the same beat, it almost feels like you're just listening to the same artist over and over again. So you do want to make sure that your percentage, don't throw that to me, that your percentage is at least 10 to 20% them, rest of the percent you. It has to be like us hearing you and really thinking about you, with a very small influence to others. And, you know, I think the realness though of this record will push you a little bit further within there. And then what did Lip say on that? So I like this track. 7, I'm still a developing artist, and I had to start all the way over. I lost a 600 catalog due to the crowd I was around. So definitely stay on your P's and Q's with the music craft, man. 600? You had more records than I did, you know, which is rather impressive, right? Now, we do always got to factor in though, right? Did you do full song? Did you do full songs for all of the 600, right? Because if it's just one verse, you know, here and there, then you're cheating. That's cheating, man. But no, still impressive nonetheless. And that sucks, you know. That is, I'll tell you this, man. See, this is what always makes me have these conversations. But that is the artist's journey. I have, you know, as a producer and an artist, I've had so many different situations, right? Your computer dies, your hard drive dies, right? Like I remember a time where I made 50 beats back to back, right? So I would make one, you know, take about 10, 15 minutes, you know, do some stuff to it. And then I'd be like, all right, let me save and then use the bones of this beat and then build another one, you know, with inside it, and then change a lot of the elements and stuff like that. And so I was doing that over and over and over for like 50 beats, right? And then after I finally got to the 50, I'm like, all right, man, like let me go back and start listening to the ones that I did so I can remember. And every session that I tried to open was corrupted. So just imagine the waste of time that I felt, you know? I mean, it was still experience, you know? I can say that I did it, you know, but I still I have this feeling of like, man, what was the beat? What was that other one? What was this one? What was that? Like, I wish if I could time travel back to that moment and to be able to see what I had done, man, I you know, come back with it and actually have some songs. But things like that, the beat skipping while you're trying to perform on stage, the mic cutting in and out and stuff like that. You gotta be willing to get back up and, you know, take the L as what it is, man. Everything is an experience. Not everyone's gonna have the best experiences and situations, but they're tests to see how bad you really want this. All of your songs and things like that, right? In your mind, and now you have to go, all right, I gotta remake it. I gotta either just make brand new stuff, or if I can remember anything of those songs, like let's try to see if we can do a part 2 or something. Get back up on the horse and know that you have a talent. And if you give up, then that test was to, you know, basically push you into a whole different direction. But I never recommend that people give up. Just get better, if anything, and come at it from that. So I sent one more song. Well, you would have to send a skip if you wanted that second one played. The way that we do things on the show is, at least right now, and it's gonna change on Friday as well. But the way we do things right now is, we do one free submission for anyone who sends in the free line. Any extra submission that you want played, or if you want a back-to-back or recorded thing, you have to skip the line so that we can get that in, as long as we don't cut your record, right? If we do this, right, let me hit the dorky don't play that. If we're playing your song in the free line and then you get one of these,
Try to act like nothing's ever wrong. When these rappers try to make a clever song, no matter what they do, we'll never get along. After COVID, now we'll never share a bomb. I've been trying to fix the rap game for the longest. I ain't gonna lie, man, your rap's really garbage. Speak what's on my mind, cause I'm actually honest. You feel this in your eye, in your back, in your arm check.
and they have a lot of different cutaways for that or whatnot. But if you get one of those, it usually means there's a lot wrong with your record, to where it's too distracting, and you know, we want you to be looked at in a better freaking light. So we stop it early, we still review it, but you're able to get back in the line with that. If we play your song all the way through and review it, that's your free submission of the day. But on Friday, we're going to be switching over to a new mode where it mandatorily, just to be played, it will be $5. Nothing too freaking crazy or whatnot. I do realize some of you, again, it is what it is. But it will guarantee that you will be able to be played. You can also use it to get multiple free records, or whatever you want to call it, man. Multiple records in that line played. You still have the option to skip as well within that. Just like it'll be mandatory to skip this so we can get you in the lineup and play you within a decent amount of time, you know, so hopefully within that. But there was other things that I acclimated it to as well. Yeah, being able to get back in the line again can now be even more of a thing without you having to get the dorky don't play that or just a skip. And you know, it'll always help us get to the giveaways that we do. So y'all gotta Yows. All right, let me see what we got next. Appreciate you for that one, though. Make a music video to that last song, and also a lyric video. And then do a Tiny Desk version. Do a performance where you are playing the piano or somebody's doing it and you like. We absolutely will love that. It's what we do. Let me see. Oregonomics, I got you. And yours is work, not heart. Rate this in the chat. 1 to 10, you know, our feedback is welcome.
You didn't have them uploaded anywhere, Lips? What y'all think about that? Give your thoughts. I will give you my thoughts and what I felt. He has sent this one to the show before, but this feels like a vibe that you would hear in a movie, TV show, commercial, you know, and then even the music video itself. I always pictured this, right? My idea for the video was a dog, you know, there's a little girl who has this dog, you know, it could be a bulldog or just something with a fat, cute face. And it goes out the house and then just goes throughout the neighborhood, right? It's like a whole neighborhood. They're out for the summer. Everybody's having fun doing different things at each house, but it goes from house to house, just like collecting and eating food that everyone is just giving it. And everybody does something different, right? So like some other kid gives it just like a chunk of cake or something like that, and then another one a hot dog. Like you just see different things being fed to the dog. Obviously things it can eat, because that would be inhumane, but and you see the dog just happy, and then by the end when that's when it finally is back home and goes through the doggy door or whatever kind of scenario, right? It's simple, but you could have a neighborhood of people like having fun, just doing their activity. Everybody's like in their own kind of section, and you have, it's like the dog doing like a walkthrough. Now that's gonna be the other hard thing, to make sure that the dog, you know, there's editing that can be done, right? Because the song is the song. You just need to edit it and have the dog go house to house. It can be done, but that's what I would do. You have yours.
If you had asked me to do the video myself and I had the means, like that's what I would have done and came up with. Don't be afraid, by the way, to assign something like that to your fans, to like people within your timeline who follow you or whatnot. Put a challenge out for them to try to do their own music video for your song. And the reason why it can work is because we've seen a lot of videos where the artist isn't in the video. Remember that song? There was a song with I don't know if it was the first one that we had with Mount Westmore, with Too Short, E40, Snoop Dogg, and Ice Cube and stuff. There was one record that I think they might have had, or Too Short or something, where it was like an old lady and you know, just different people kind of rapping the verses, and we're fine with that. We're fine with you getting a whole nother person to like just randomly be in the video rapping the song. What was the other thing that happened in there? I forgot. But I like it. Vocals and everything like that are fine. I ain't got no problem with the record. This artist is able to get in there with that old school feel. This felt like we were listening to something from that era. And to be able to get in there authentically is, I think, a privilege, you know, for anybody. Let me look at the chat real quick before we jump back in. He said that's a 10 for me. You said it needs to be in a movie, right there. Well, okay, let me ask you this. Beginning of a movie, end somewhere in the middle? Is it like when you get to the cookout scene? You know, like where do you see it? Let's say if I was the director and you are the music supervisor, right? What's the music supervisor, mister? A music supervisor is someone often who works within like the TV shows, sometimes the movies, all that, but they are in charge with what music they collect for and the sync licensing for those elements, right? So sometimes you'll hear, and I want you guys to take a little bit of homework with you, right? There are some things that will have a like an orchestra playing it, and then other things will be straight up production, like somebody made a beat, and others are actual songs, and sometimes it goes in and out of the instrumental and the words being there depending on what's happening in the scene. But trying to find the right record for those different elements, man, is you know, at least in my mind, fun. Like I want to learn. I want to be a music supervisor because like I just use the show and then like try to see if we can sync y'all stuff, you know, to it, because it's very easy. And what you say, I feel like that part of the movie where things are looking up, like the middle. Oh, the if they did a Little Rascals, if they did a remake of Little Rascals, but it was an all black cast kind of thing, and then they're trying to raise money for their go-kart freaking thing. Why would they do that? They already had like, you know what happened? They had Buckwheat and what's his name? Was it Stymie? I forgot what his name was. What was the other black one in Little Rascals with the hat? Let me see. Let me look up his name right quick. See if I can get it. If y'all can guess his name before I do, free skip. You better do it. You better hurry up. What was the little kid from Little Rascals with the hat? You better find it. You better find it before I do. This is your dance. This is your chance. Yeah. All right. Where is, I lost the page. Spanky? Was it Spanky? Rob said Spanky. Hold on. Nope. I got it already. You're late. You almost had it. It was exactly who I said it was. Stymie. Stymie. Oh man. Oh, and they had a pretty good rendition of the new one. Remember the one that I guess the most, I don't want to say recent because it's still a throwback in itself or whatnot. There was a newer Little Rascals that had came out most likely sometime in the 90s. Let me see. Let me get that information now. Like, geez, bro. What year did the Little Rascals remake come out? This was not the black and white version. Okay, 1994, right? So that 1994 version, which I'm just now thinking of, where are half of these kids? Where are half of these kids that were in this movie? Cause I don't think I recognize any of them from like more recent stuff, unless, let me see. Nah, yeah, cause that little girl, Darla or whatnot, I don't know if we saw her after. The glasses kid, yeah, I mean, I remember what's his name being in the Kicks commercial or whatnot. And that's most likely how they got him for Little Rascals, though. Our current president is in the 90s. Oh, that's true. In the 90s movie or a 90s movie? In Home Alone? Home Alone, which, I mean, I think most people wishes that he would go back to that version. Like, he was inspiring in the context of that movie. Can you imagine if they do a sequel to Home Alone, right, with Macaulay Culkin, bringing everybody back that they can, and he goes back to New York and sees, Trump again, and then they do some kind of a funny, Easter egg in some way, right? Where, like, I don't know if, because he was him. He played himself in that movie, so by today's standards, he would be the president within the context of the movie. And I feel like they could play around with that. Now the question is, would he let them? Because he kind of has a mindset that's like, nah, fam, you ain't about to do that. We gonna shut the movie down, man. Like, it's just a joke, man. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Let me go back in. What you said? He said, "Oh, we all wrong." Dang, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so whoever just said Spanky. And then definitely, let me see. What'd you say? I was trying to help somebody. You gonna skip? I tried. Nope. 'Twas wrong. But good.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for shopping.
It's time for shopping. Make sure you shop. All right, we got Spurtle with Waste of Oxygen.
Jelly egg trap. Jelly egg trap. Jelly egg trap. Jelly egg trap. Little nigga better when I'm in babysitter. Nigga, Mac is a rapper, name me for white nigga. You cannot fight, nigga. My words like a knife killer. Ain't little figures gon' fuck your whole bill up. Screw my nigga, I'm a middle lane filler. Put don't go sick and not acting like a bitch, nigga. Sucker the bigger than you, somebody same figure. Better you for that man, I'm talking that's right, nigga. Charlie and Trap, nigga, go ahead and revamp to this drop shit and talk about the comeback. Whack a rack and do shit, but throw a fit of a bitch and baby to name me and get a little bit shaky, but go ahead and book a maybe the opposite of insane with insanity and it makes me humanity. Or I'm breaking the snow, my tone, I like a 7 to roll. Us nigga do your tone, the movie, you know your role is, bitch. Charlie ain't Trump. Charlie ain't Trump. Charlie ain't Trump. Charlie ain't Trump. Yo.
Keep going like glisten. That one right there. You always do that. Hold on, let me hit that clamp button right. Right. So what was the, I mean, I like the beat. I like what you were doing to it. It's just too short, and you know, you're a little bit predictable with that because that's what we kind of always see. I think when and if you know you got something that is kind of hype and can get people in a certain mood, you want to maximize that, right? Because I almost at times see very little way forward, and very little way forward in like a way to truly, like, it's not gonna go on the radio. I have never heard a record that was 1 minute in anything on the radio. Most songs go at least to that 3 minutes, because who's going to market a 1 or 2 minute, like, it's only minimizing the amount of people that will hear it, right? You got to think about it like this: the longer you're on the record, the more people have a chance to hear you or whatnot. Even in the context of like the show that we're doing right now, while it's playing, people kind of come in and out every now and then, and your song or a certain part of any of the verses could be the thing that keeps them tapped in and gets them to go, yo, who the hell is that? You know what I mean? So more time is never a bad thing unless you just aren't doing your job. I truly feel like I could help you structure and flesh out things a little bit more, but I want you guys to be able to do it. I feel like you have the ability and you just kind of need to, you know, buckle down with it a little bit. And what you say, Oregano said the video should have been you with that face for 3 minutes. Which one? Little Rascals, you know what I'm saying? Trump plays a dad. Did he? In that Little Rascals? Did I not remember that or something like that? What do you say? I actually went into exile in my hometown, you know what I'm saying? Okay. That's what's up, man. Lips, we got you up right about now. You sent a WAV file. Let me see if this is gonna take a bit to download or if we're good, or can we just play it directly? Can we just play it directly? I don't know what is happening, but people will know that when I get the urge to freaking like tell people to hurt you, freaking I don't know what I'm finna do, but I'm purple. People look at me and they be like, are you Steve Urkel? No. It's not downloading, so I'm just gonna hit this. And any second. Seriously? Well, we'll just be sitting here waiting until, here, let me put this background music on. You scared me. Don't stop. No, stop.
He's like, no, that's what happens in the song. I do that.
I'm the catch in the vibe. I be chillin' with my mob. Yeah, we fresh. It's a vibe. Looking good. Hey, it's my job. Yeah, I'm up next. I'm on top. I'm not sorry I took y'all spot. Who want the belt? It's a loss. Run that shit. Let's got it locked. I'm the catch in the vibe. I be chillin' with my mob.
Let's
yeah,
go.
We fresh. It's a vibe. Looking good. Hey, it's my job. Yeah, I'm up next. I'm on top. I'm not sorry I took y'all spot. Who want the belt? It's a loss. Run that shit. Let's got it locked. I'm a catch in the vibe. Catch in the vibe. I'm a catch in the vibe. Catch in the vibe. I'm a catch in the vibe. Yeah, catch in the vibe. I'm a catch in the vibe. Catch in the vibe. All these hoes be basic. If you ain't one, please don't you say shit. Bitch, you get crunk, so I don't have to lay shit. I do hair, so I might have to say shit. What she say? Bitch, I'm on top, and I make they body rock. Got the mitts, and they hot. Got a snap, crackle, and pop. Hoes be clueless. Got a clue for a hoe. Boo, cool, bitch. I been in my lane. What's new, bitch? I'm from EC ho. I do this. Rockin' these niggas on the low. He should've kept my name out his mouth, and now it's on the floor. He should've kept my name out his mouth, and now it's on the floor. I'm the catch in the vibe. I be chillin' with my mob. Yeah, we fresh. It's a vibe. Looking good. Hey, it's my job.
Okay.
I'm up next. I'm on top. I'm not sorry I took y'all spot. Who want the belt? It's a loss. Run that shit. Let's got it locked. I'm the catch in the vibe. I be chillin' with my mob. Yeah, we fresh. It's a vibe. Looking good. Hey, it's my job. Yeah, I'm up next. I'm on top. I'm not sorry I took y'all spot. Who want the belt? It's a loss. Run that shit. Let's got it locked. I'm a catch in the vibe. Catch in the vibe. I'm a catch in the vibe. Catch in the vibe. I'm a catch in the vibe. Catch in the vibe. I'm a catch in the vibe. Catch in the vibe. I'm the catch and I'm the vibe. Wanna know who gon' ride? Sitting pretty with the 4-5. I make it rain if you fucking try it. In the club and it's a vibe. They mean mug because I'm nice. I heard the whispers felt your vibe. Guess I'll make them mad tonight. Turn it up, slow it down. They hate on me, I'm glowing now. They don't like I'm showing now. Like DJ Unky, walk it out. Got them shook like a quake. Don't get chalk, yellow tape. Y'all be sleep, I'm awake. I mean woke, but y'all late. I'm the catch in the vibe. I be chillin' with my mob. Yeah, we fresh. It's a vibe. Looking good, hey, it's my job. Yeah, I'm up next. I'm on top. I'm not sorry I took y'all spot. Who want the belt? It's a loss. Run that shit, let's got it locked. I'm the catch in the vibe. I be chillin' with my mob. Yeah, we fresh. It's a vibe. Looking good, hey, it's my job. Yeah, I'm up next. I'm on top. I'm not sorry I took y'all spot. Who want the belt? It's a loss. Run that shit, let's got it locked. I'm a catch in the vibe. Catch in the vibe. I'm a catch in the vibe. Catch in the vibe. I'm a catch in the vibe. Catch in the vibe. I'm a catch in the vibe. Catch in the vibe.
You the catch in the vibe. Like, listen, I'ma shoot you in your brain, so you gonna have to have a vest in your mind just to be able to say that I'm stressed when I rock.
Listen, I definitely would have got on that with you, man. Listen, I probably want to say that too. Have a vest in your mind. I like it. First off, man, great mix with the vocals and, you know what I'm saying, balancing and everything. You know, you got on there with the beat. It really does sound professional, which we do love to hear you guys in. It really allows your records to, you know, stand out, and people just have the job of enjoying it. You have a nice energy as usual. Like, you know, you've always been one of those top-notch, you know, we often say femc and just female rapper or artist from our community. You definitely would be in that top 10 and 20 that we've heard or whatnot. So you got whatever you still have that we might have not heard yet, man. Make sure you continue to come in and get that to the show or whatnot, because we have to, you know, we got to rack up, I think, things for the playlist. Hopefully there's a video, especially for something like that. I don't know whether or not that is brand new or a throwback. All I know is it's dope. It sounds like something that deserves all the aspects, and, you know, just show it love with everything. For like once we make a good song, we now need to replicate that aspect for all the different things. So the music video, live performance, you know, you just keep the momentum going for people. And I think one thing that a lot of us don't have enough of is like the making of. Like, for whatever reason, some of us like to just show only the end result of the song, and then nobody ever gets to be the fly on the wall in the studio, right? But it's something that you can do and kind of put out with the album, right? If you do it for a lot of the songs on the project, if they want to go in and you know, see you building it, you have something there. And on top of that, man, like, it is something that I think a lot of people would watch front to back if you do it in the right way, if it's decent, you know, footage. And the longer that people do stay within your video, the algorithm kind of picks that up. Like, oh, people, you know, rocking with it, so let's go ahead and show that love. By the way, another thing that YouTube specifically had, this was a wave, but I wanted to point this out. YouTube now has a feature where I guess I'm trying to remember what it was called. Oh, it's like a hype feature or something. They let any individual up to 3 times a week, you know, depending on when or you do it with. If there's a video that a creator has just released, any of your potential fans can click on the hype button, and it will let the algorithm know that, you know, a certain amount of people want the video to be promoted a little bit more on the platform. So it does help a little bit with the you know, viewerships of things. So talk to your fans and stuff like that about it as, you know, you pull through and go. We got Cody up freaking next, of course. Let's go ahead and throw you in there and also see what Lips has said. In context, T here, Ricky. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to my Vortex, the album on all streaming platforms. Hey, that's what's up. Engineer don't play. Well, give him props. Let him know. Good job.
This is a thug's life and how you live it. Just keep chasing your dreams, they ain't that far in the distance. When your soul been filled with pain, you smoke away all of the things. So fucked up in my life, feel like my mind been J-resistant. This is a thug's life and how you live it. Just keep chasing your dreams, they ain't that far in the distance. When your soul been filled with pain, you smoke away all of the things.
I don't have any of yours because
feel like my mind been J-resistant.
You mostly send. Hold on. I don't have many of yours because you mostly send them from Suno as opposed to the file of the song.
They gon' treat you like you're just a fool. You get back on top, they act like they was climbing next to you. I can't never trust that shit, just keep the games right back at school.
Or the like YouTube,
you feel like Superman,
you know?
It's kryptonite, come sliding through my brothers that had some daughters,
what up,
man.
Prince?
Shit just really crazy, man. I love them like my own kids. Uncle C gon'
How you been?
daily. My 2 sons, they love they cousins. Family shit, so don't play crazy. Don't play about no kids, you fuck around, I'll leave you lazy. This is a thug life and how you live it. Just keep chasing your dreams, they ain't that far in the distance. When your soul been filled with pain, you smoke away all of the tissue. So fucked up in my life, feel like my mom been J-resistant. This is a thug life and how you live it. Just keep chasing your dreams, they ain't that far in the distance. When your soul been filled with pain, you smoke away all of the tissue. So fucked up in my life, feel like my mom been J-resistant. lost so many people, I just smoked to get rid of the shit. Feeling like Denzel might equalize you, then reload the clip. Gymnast on the mat, you cop the pack and try to start a flip. In the hood, just every day praying that he ain't gon' slip. Take all of them feelings, put that shit in the bag or roll the blunt. Some bitches gon' kick you with you, get you, smoke your lights and run. Stop that hoe, don't let it get you gone. They think that shit is fun till they try that shit one day and somebody just up a gun. Pieces of thug life and how you live it. Just keep chasing your dreams, they ain't that far in the distance. When your soul been filled with pain, you smoke away all of the tension. So fucked up in my life, feel like my mind been just resisting. This is a thug life and how you live it. Just keep chasing your dreams, they ain't that far in the distance. When your soul been filled with pain, you smoke away all of the tension. So fucked up in my life, feel like my mind been just resisting.
A lot of things you do be thinking about when people sing. I don't know what the hell you even think that you the king of. Like, people always talk about this shit they shouldn't bring up. I also don't even know what do y'all think about that? I don't know what the hell I'm about to do, but that was interesting because it almost feels like it's half human, half AI, kind of. Like, I mean, it has somewhat what feels like AI elements, but probably is not, you know what I mean? Like, it's uncanny, and you kind of see it as in between or whatnot. Like, it's not a full, it doesn't seem like a full-on, you know, usual one that we would get. We are probably gonna have one next that you'll be able to see a little bit more prominently, but this felt like the type of record that you know, you were going for. This was a, what is it, a reel? What is this? What is this? No much in your buggy. No much in your buggy. No much. Anyways, but you got a piano-centric piece of production, which is always something good for people to be able to see you do live. If you ever learn how to play piano, that's what we would love to hear. Like, imagine you performing that right there, completely live. And oh, that's hilarious. He had Rob, and this was before I even said it. Rob actually sent an MP3 of his record or whatnot. So we'll see what happens with this. But yeah, the piano aspect, man. Anytime we see a situation where you can get in there with a certain instrument and, you know, kind of do things, it's pretty dope. What up, Jersey? What up, Jersey? I'm trying to fix this, which I think I need a new phone stand, you know, to begin with or whatnot, but we shall see. Stop. This is Rob Murphy with Throwback Mashup.
Run! It's a monster!
I'm the flicker in the film strip, frame skip, time split, lip whip, syllable, pistol, tongue.
What you try to
tip,
send it on?
Crime sprint, slide script, sideways, spiral in a tight twist, lines lift, high drift, rivals on my side list, razor in a race, I'm erasing every pace setter, measure after measure, pressure heavy as a chain letter, name better never, I'm the never-ending main header, brain weather, stay storm, every thought flame weather. Stopwatch stutter when I talk, can't track this, clock hands lock when I rock their practice, pass this planet on a lap, that's fat kid Atlas, asking how I ran laps past it, breathe in, exhale, barrel of a jet trail, chest tail, heartbeat, hammer in the next scale, debt nails bent from the steps of my steps, nails sprint so sick that the wind needs a wet veil, I'm the tongue tight, tighten, untighten, tighten, lighten in a line when I write, I'm a white pen bright when I bite into a beat, see the bite mark, shark in the shallow, every ripple is a bright spark, half isn't half, it's a habit in my backbone, rap poem, stack stones, tower in my last tone, pass clones, gas phones, lag when the track loads, cast stone, daggers in a dash in my rap code, every letter leveled like a ladder in a landslide, hang glide, light over bars, never damn tight, plan wide, live in my jaw like a landmine, standby, seconds gonna stretch when it's jam time, look, I don't talk quick, I twist minutes in the knocks, then I walk slick, I lock pitch, drop scripts in a lock ditch, so deep, clock sweep when I rock this speed demon with a lean meaning, tongue rate. Lungs make thunder when I run in a drum state. Sun shake, orbit out of order when I punctuate. One take, cut the air thinner than a gun blade. I don't chase beats, they chase me in panic. Traffic in my throat, all lanes in a frantic. Landing in my larynx, lit like a planet. Planet then I play it at a pace, full cannon. Every second that I'm stepping is a weapon in a sentence. Any skeptic wanna test it, get beheaded in a segment. I'm a crescent in the heavens, cutting edges in the ledges while I'm begging for a breath. I'm already at the ending. Rapid like a rabbit on a caffeine drip. But the pattern in the pattern so clean, no slip. See the data and my grammar in the graphs eclipse. Even math teachers stammer when a fraction flips. High speed, highway, mind lanes, lane. Brain geared up, never grind, just glaze their phrase. Players spray prayers and I slay prayers. They say spare us, but I raise stakes greater. I'm the hyperactive hieroglyphic hurried brain. Words swirl whirlpools in a hurried brain. Current in my cortex, surging through the circuitry. Suddenly I surgically surge with absurdity. I drag dragons by the tail past traffic. Dash past masses, my tracks mean a backflip faster than a killer crowd. Jaw snapping, can't manage how the man spits that rapid. Look at the stopwatch, numbers blur. Click track, mouth warm, lips loose, brain swarm, tiny syllables, spinning in a thin line. Any in a rhyme, every single one of mine. Spinning in a thin line, any in a rhyme, every single one of mine. Spinning in a thin line, any in a rhyme, every single one of mine. Spinning in a thin line, any in a rhyme, every single one of mine. Spinning in a thin line, spinning in a thin line. Snap and snare, smack, syntax, intact. Steady in the center of the pattern, I relax. Every letter interlocked, elegant, exact. I thread 10 thoughts in a bar, that's facts. Quick with a quip, I equip each script with a slipstream flip. Little trip in the lips, crystal in addiction, friction in the fit, but the pitch still hits when I twist that wit. Talk tight tempos, tongue tap triplets, tiptoe ticks, tic tac tickness. Piece by piece, I pick clean pictures, speak, eat, breast, seamless mixtures. See, easy, internal, eternal echo. Every entry ends up retro. Backtrack patterns, you never detect though. Cause I bless that text with a chest bone flex flow. It's easy, easy, easy. Every inner pattern I see, I seize, I breathe these schemes so clean, so free. Internal rhymes come cheap to me. It's easy, easy, easy. Every little letter just leans and leaps and I weave these streams in my sleep work. Please, internal lines that's light work. Please. I stack sound, circle them, surf on them. Word whirlwinds when I work on them. First I rehearse, then I burst on them. Every verse is a perfect storm on them. Petty little critics say you can't keep pace, but I lace each phrase with a sleek staircase. Step by step, biatch.
All right, good job throughout, man. Listen, talk about a full song. Talk about a full song structure, man. That went up to about like 4 minutes and 29 seconds. Y'all know that I love when you take that time with it. Now, when it comes to AI, though, like it's just about telling it to get there, right? If you're not performing it yourself, which again is work within its own self, which is why I think when you can do certain things, we're gonna be a little bit more impressed with that. But I love how it was able to continue getting in there with a certain speed. Again, the consistency there is important even for a standard artist or whatnot. We hear something like that and you already know we're gonna want to see you do it live. It is another reason why I'm always kind of half and half with the AI things, because it almost makes somewhat unbelievable stuff happen to an extent, right? If the artist is not able to replicate, you know, it's another one of those. It's easy to tell something to do something, but for you to do it, that's where the actual work comes in. We're always gonna feel that way about, you know, certain aspects of AI, but nonetheless, like, there's still something there, right? And we were able to get through something that's epic. Like, imagine that to a kind of just chasing or just like full destruction or something like that, or like with the video itself and it getting in there. You know, it definitely has some weight to it. So what? Let me ask you though, right? Because when it comes to AI records, you always have said you plan to replace a lot of the elements, getting to the studio for some, and then getting different artists to take over the record on others. And we've talked about the rap stuff a little bit because I've said rappers don't always like rappers, and especially if you're an MC, as I said earlier, our whole thing is we need to write our own shit. We need to have the ability for people to think we're dope because we actually did do the thing. When you see a Tech Nine with his ability, a Twista, when you see what M and a Busta Rhymes, when you see how what certain people can do, it gives you that battery to just know what's possible, you know, with the human element within there. But yeah, I like that. I think I was gonna say do a lyric video, man. Do a lyric video if you can. If not, you know, something would work. And the only reason I'd say I'm still trying to figure out like whether or not you should for real do a video is because we want to know what that end result is going to be, right? If it's this, then you know, so be it. Like go ahead and do a lyric video for it. If you still plan on replacing someone, then don't do the lyric video because that would almost complete the cycle. Hold on. Okay, hold on right quick. As we proceed to give you what do you need. All right, hold on. Let me jump over here. Let me see what Rob said. So I can spit that song. I do it every day in the whip. Front to back? Bruh. Like, you gotta understand, man. People need to see that. People need to see that, you know, whether or not again, I don't know how you think, how you feel, but I feel like anybody who can perform the things that are amazing that they make and work on, we're always going to be more impressed at that. Let me see. I'm going to do my own albums of my own music, but it will have elements of AI in it. I'm going to do something cool with when I use AI. Okay, that's what's up. He said if I do a video, I'm doing a movie video, every bar gets its own pick. Let me see, in front to back. What'd you say? You said that Bayach at the end is my real voice or something like that. Said I found out how to get Suno off my shit. What does that mean? He said there's also Lips was saying, but there's also a chopped and screwed version of the album of hers. Okay, I was just going back and then reading that. It don't sound as clean, of course. Listen, man, I mean, this is what we need to see though. Like, I should have like screen recorded the video that came across my timeline, right? Because I'm always saying, like, when we can see you guys in the creation process and then the end result, everything is that much better because we need to see how much work you're doing at all, right? So one of the videos that popped up was that I don't know what necessarily to call him just yet or whatnot, but he is, I guess we could consider him in between an artist producer. I don't know, because it's the dude that basically bangs on the table with a pen, right? And then so he's really good at it, like, and so he does the drum pattern with that, and then he utilized Suno to create a song around the drums that he created with his, own hand. You saw it. You got to see him doing a thing, and it was dope as that. And then you got to see what it became when he then brought it to Suno, and he made the song about what he was doing, with the whole banging on the table with the pen and stuff like that. Like, that helps. You gotta understand. So for you, seeing you sort of like rap what you want it to be a little bit, and then it transitioning into the song, and us being able to hear, oh, this is, how it, came out. Like, that work is going to help you really. It's going to help you not only sell your process. Like, people will probably want to work with you because you know how to use Suno in a certain way, but they have to see it. If they only hear the record, that's all we have to work with. So if I don't know you at all, I don't know how you do things, I'm just listening to the record itself. For everybody who has come across AI music in the slightest, they always assume you're just prompting everything. You only have an idea and that's it. So we need the work. That's the only way that it's gonna truly, I think, flow in its right sector or whatnot. What up, Swig? Hey, yo, what up, Prig? Yo, Prig. Yo, what up, Prig? Hey, yo, Prig. Hey, yo, what up, Prig? Let me see what is up. Are we good? Are we good? I am gonna have to get off in a bit because I got a interview tomorrow. I got a job interview tomorrow. Wish me luck, y'all, for that. What is this? I got you. All right, let's go ahead and tap this in. Here, let me throw. Is this a video? I don't know what the hell I'm about to say, but there's a lot of freaking drops away. Alright, we'll rock this in for the. Oh, but it's not gonna let us do the thing now. But it's different from down here, but we ain't.
People won't be able to see the video.
It's why you capping. Hardy. No Harry Dog. No Harry Dog. Wiz.
All the things I've done up until right now. I need 1,000 pages just to
Baby, why you gabbing? You ain't try to put me down when I'm at you. When nobody else around, too toxic. But you love the way I talk, so kissing on your neck, now you smelling like you caught all that pressure, but you folded when I pressed it. Said you wanna leave, but you feeling for the message. For me, I'm the problem, but you climbing on my chest. Said you moving on, but you showing me you less. Tell me I'm the villain, but you begging for the next. Say you need a break, but you show up in direct. Play hard to get, but you love when I collect. Say you want me gone, but you spin around my deck. Feeling like you talk, but you crumble when I jack. Say you want some space, but you show up where I'm at. Talking like you cold, but you melting on my lap. Say you independent, but you love the way I stand. Fucking like you chill, but you feeling for the slap. Say you in control, but you falling in a trap. Talking like a ghost, but you looking in the app. Say you want me gone, but you pulling me right back, huh? Say you stand on business, but you breaking when I act, huh? Talking like you solid, but you talking when I crack, huh? Say you over love, but you arch it when I tap, huh? Say you got it handled, but you falling from the snap, huh? Say you don't need
you stand tall, but you fall when I'm aware. Say you done with me, but you breathing in my air. Say you moving on, but you stuck when I appear. Say you block my line, but you texting in a tear. Say you want me gone, but you pulling me so near. You pulling me so near. Baby, when you came in, you ain't trying to play me down. You were acting, but nobody on the front say I'm taunting. When you look the way I'm tossing, you see on your neck, now you're smiling like you're
Okay, so here's what I would recommend. First off, footage for the video was actually decent. You know, song did feel like there was a bit much going on at certain parts or whatnot. You know, even though I feel like most of it is mixed right, there was a few sections where it felt like it was busy. I literally went and checked if I had something playing at the same time, and you know, it wasn't. It was just the record itself. Obviously others weren't able to see the video like I was, but one thing that I wanted to critique a little bit was you read, I mean, I'm assuming it was you reading the lyrics from your phone kind of thing, right? And you know, my mind wants to hope it was more of a you just kind of talking on your phone or browsing the web while you're just happening to rap the song itself. But I think in most occasions people do want to see people want to see us as artists prepared. They don't want to see us reading the lyrics while we're in the booth, more or less. Like, creation process, do whatever you want, but especially during, like, just remember that time when Drake went to, I don't know if it was Funk Flex or Square in the Morning. It was one of those you know, interviews where he went in and freestyled, but he pulled out the phone. That was that first kind of situation. I think even Method Man did it. But I feel like when any of us do that, it's deemed as you know, unprofessional, because in every other occasion you're seeing us rapping on stage. We don't have the lyrics up there. Like, you have to memorize it in order for people to be the most impressed. So the halfway point for that is making sure that you have the lyrics somewhere else. Don't have it on your phone so we see you looking at your phone so freaking rap the thing. Have it somewhere in front, like by the camera, so we're looking at you looking at the camera and stuff, and we feel like you're giving us a little bit of a performance. But realistically, even with a video, you have so much freedom, because in the video you can make cuts. You could literally go like 8 bars at a time or something like that, and then cut and then move to the next one, and vice versa. So if it's something that you find yourself like forgetting or messing up on, it shouldn't really be that hard when it does come to the visuals. The audio is going to be the one where it's like, oh, we heard you punch in or whatnot. Nobody cares when it comes to the visuals, because we expect a cut. We expect you know, different shots and stuff like that. But you already know what it is, man. Just try your best each time or whatnot. I know that this is some dope. You seem like a real professional, so keep it up. Keep it up. I definitely want to hear more throughout time or whatnot. Let me I want to keep y'all in the loop and stuff or whatnot. If you, hopefully y'all all got my email or saw the post that I made on Facebook, right? So on Friday, we will be injecting a new mode into the show. Primarily, the free line will become more of a, like, you kind of gotta donate to get played You know, you can submit all you freaking want, but I probably won't play the record unless it is, you know, put in with that $5. Like the $5 will get you in the lineup, so I know to pull your record within and do that. And then you can upgrade to a skip if you want. But I may have a playlist that I'll pull from for other things. I may just be playing games while we're also, you know, streaming at the same time, or my other idea is to only play the Freeline records for a very short amount of time. It could be 20 seconds, 25. I thought about the minute because we do have that 1 minute mode.
1 minute mode has been activated as requested, Mr. Dorky, sir.
And then again, if you want the full song, like we usually jump into that, and then if you want the full song played, you skip the line. But there's a lot of things that I want to be able to do with the show to help build things a lot more, to do ciphers, more battles, interviews, and stuff like that. So we'll be moving into that mode. Just make sure you know that. And it'll start on Friday. So today, tomorrow, and Thursday will still be normal shows. You guys can still submit in that way. But things will be changing. Just prepare yourselves. I mean, shoot, I might even turn all the actual skips into skipping clips for like the content, but we'll see what's up.
Frustrated with the way you currently file your
I'm still
tax?
trying to see like what way I want to do like a lot of the different things. We got Swig up right here.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I don't give a fuck. What you gonna do? Huh? What you gonna do? Till I get a nigga bucks. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I don't give a. It's what y'all like to hear, right? That money shit, right? What's what y'all desire, right? Let's go. Till I get a nigga. Get your mask on ready, cash flow steady. Want the new car, better ask, go let it. That's so petty, get it anyway. Niggas gon' do what they do anyway. Shining so bright that they couldn't penetrate. People wanna eat off your dinner plate. Sit around all day, lie, litigate. Never bring me down, now I'm feeling great. It's great, nigga. Stack money taller than Giannis. Watch out for sharks and pull runners up early. Starting my morning straight up, not cutting no corners. All in tip-top performance. Even when greetings ain't warmest, must know the power you harness. What you gonna do? I don't give a fuck. What you gonna do? Till I get a big bucks. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
They swear I appreciate the opportunity, my nigga.
What you gonna do?
No.
Till I get a big bucks.
Let's get into it, cause they know why I get down. I've been ready to drop a verses. Niggas been questioning my rounds. Look, rap or basketball. Either way, you know where I reside. You Ben Simmons and I'm the free throw nigga. It's hard to face these lines. Look, I've been getting it going with the grind. Y'all tripping, y'all don't know the vibes. Y'all been itching just to buy designer, and I've been itching just to get a house. Whoa, I'm in the lead of the class of my own. I go get the money, then bring it back home. Then double it up, then disperse where it's going. Now we got profit, you know what I'm on. Teaching my son how to ball on these niggas like Shaq did with Sharif. Gold rope on my necklace, Jesus charm hanging out for the peace. Hope they never come and test me, cause Lord knows I'ma pass with the ease. I told you before when that bag come, nigga, you gon' be in it, not me. Yeah, no, what you gon' do? I don't give a fuck, yeah. What you gon' do? Yeah, till I get a million.
All right, this was $1 Million featuring Norm by Swig. 2 minutes and 35 seconds, a little bit freaking short right there. You want me to be honest with you? This is alright. It's alright for the genre. I feel like artists within it will like it a little bit more. From what I know you from, the majority of other records that you have sent to the show probably got a higher score mentally from me in terms of like the ones that I want to hear, you know, a lot more. When I like all that you do, right? The rhymes, the way you come at certain things. This one is not bad at all by any means, but when you know what an artist is capable of, it's almost like, and this is not by any means the full equivalent of, but I'm trying to give you the best example. It's like knowing that T.I. can really rap, but then you showing people whatever you like as the example of one of his songs, and that's not gonna give people the best look of how dope a T.I. is, right? Who else has a song that is, you know, it's okay, but it doesn't show the true skill of what that artist can do? Y'all give me y'all thoughts on, you know, the matter there, and we'll jump to that point. We are about to head out right now. Again, I'll be back tomorrow. You know, let you know how things went, and you know, we'll do another episode and stuff. Thank you guys for sending tonight, and you know, have a
It's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, knowing I'm a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so